Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. With NFL training camp reaching its halfway point, the Browns have their top dog, naming Deshaun Watson their starting quarterback for Week 1 at the Jaguars September 13th. Head coach Todd Monken added the starting quarterback will not be a week-by-week decision. Watson will sit Cleveland's preseason finale Thursday at New England. Meanwhile, Cincinnati closes its preseason at Philadelphia. More NFL, 49ers owner Jed York pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanor charges after he was arrested on Sunday in East Palestine, Ohio on suspicion of engaging in prostitution and possessing criminal tools. Baseball tonight, Guardians visit the Angels at 9:38, while the Reds are at the Giants at 9:45. Hear the ball game over on the Fan 2. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, a no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You're about to enter a land of audio delight so awesome that you'll drop all important obligations to get your daily fix. Even Marconi, inventor of the radio, couldn't have imagined the pleasures that are about to invade your ear hole.
Oh, yes.
Try as you might, there's no escape. Let's begin.
How? Good afternoon.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Doing good, Mike.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
With special guests, Nicole Sheeran.
Yeah, dog.
Jen Winters.
I will kick you in the junk.
Jeff Rimmer.
I will be around to haunt you forever.
And Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the corner of Cracky and Sacky.
Excuse me.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is the last non-Buckeye game week that we're going to do for a long, long time. Well, today it is the all-guest edition. So I'm going to be extra nice. I'm going to be in an extra good mood. I'm not going to get agitated. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to nitpick things all that much today. We'll see how many segments that lasts, but that's
it sounds like
my vow.
That sounds like a challenge to me and Colin.
That's my vow at the start, at least. That voice that you just heard, he is our absolute best that we have at covering the Buckeyes. I've been saying that for a decade or so. He is Austin Ward. Austin, it's good to see you, my man.
Yeah, it is your fault that people have to hear so much more of me on the station now.
I just throw you down on the schedule wherever I see an open spot. I thought that's the way you wanted it.
That is the way I
just
wanted
said to
it.
me, it's been such a long time since we've done a show together. I'm like, you can't.
There's
saying no
thank
time.
you.
You're all over the place.
I'm saying thank you to you, and I'm sorry to the people who are just sick of me.
Well, this is going to be. We're not usually like this hardcore, like start to finish on the Buckeyes. I mean, we're obviously going to talk our fair share of the Buckeyes. And from what I used to do, and then jumping on to this show over the last year, I had to get more used to the nonsense side of things. So we're gonna try to do both. We're gonna try to do a mixed bag and a balance of both because I know you can play in both sandboxes. And because it is the all-guest edition, that means there's no Panama Ted. He's out there having some fun somewhere in North Kakalaka at the shore right now. They don't call it the shore in Carolina. It's just the beach. Evil
Parts
Bald
unknown.
Colin is here. How you doing, EBC?
Doing good, Mike.
All right, Tress, how you doing?
Doing good, Mike.
Well, we're ready to go. So it's a typical Monday. We'll have foodgasm, a lot of food conversation at 4:46. I know you're good with that, Austin. And then a little baseball talk. So
Not so good at that.
Well, there's nobody better to talk to. That's the good thing. Even though you're not paying attention to every single, Guards and Reds game throughout the entire season, talking to Jayson Stark is just a treat. The Hall of Fame baseball writer. He told me that he got in a little vacation. So he's in the midst.
During the season?
He's working while he's on vacation. You will try to do that in the summertime, but the college football news cycle also never stops. So he's out in New Mexico, of all places, today.
Television's Adam King decided he would go to Italy in the middle of training camp. So
I heard him still do his phone hit today.
he called me. Well, he didn't call.
On Rothman and Ice, I heard him calling in.
It was the rare time that he texted and didn't call. I guess it must be expensive to internationally ring me. Well, I'm waiting for Ryan Day's press conference. And he's like, hello, do you want to record Talkin' Tuesday? Because on the beat every week, television's Adam King takes the place of Berm, and we preview press conferences. That's the gimmick for that day of the show. And he said, do you want to record that? I said, you're in Italy, man. Like, what are you talking about? because every time he's out of town, it's a mess for him trying to figure out his Wi-Fi, to get his laptop to work, to figure out what microphone he's going to use, if he should wear a hat, how he should wear his hat. He takes it on and off.
The man doesn't know how to wear a hat.
Doesn't know how to wear a hat.
Is this what is up with that? Because it's either like sitting on the top of his head, or he pulls the brim down like below his nose, so he looks like a serial killer who's not trying to get spotted on the subway station. I don't know what it is with him and ball caps.
Just have you ever seen him try and go backwards? Because that is his brain explodes. He can't figure out how it needs to work. It's off. It's on. I pointed this out to him. He bought. He donated for the bricks at the Rose Bowl 2 years ago.
And he got that cool hat. I saw a bunch of
Herb
guys.
Street hat.
Yeah, getting the rose hat.
And so he's down there. We're in the media hospitality suite. We're at the poker table. He takes it on. He takes it off. He puts it back on. It's cocked to this side. It's cocked to that side. It's backwards. Now it's forwards. Now it's below his eyeballs. Like he doesn't know how to wear a hat.
It almost, Austin, sounds like he's got problems.
It's you would think that it was like a nervous tick, but I just don't think, because of that beautiful flowing hair of his, he's uncomfortable covering it up. He doesn't know how to do it.
Dude's just not normal. But I heard him do his hit anyway today. Now, did I listen to it? No. But I heard that he got on the phone.
Apparently he was there.
I don't want people to do that kind of work, especially if they're on an international vacation.
That's what I said.
Just stop trying to chime in. We'll talk to you when you get back, okay?
You're over there. There's delicious food. There's wine. You're with your significant other. We didn't schedule this vacation for you. You decided to take it in the middle of training camp.
Yeah.
So if you're on vacation, be on vacation. He's over there. Timmy, you saw last week. He's flying overseas. He's like, I got to weigh in on this team picture that Ohio State posted on Twitter. He's like, look at this. You can kind of tell where the captains are likely to be. Now you can see, I'm like, Adam, A, put the X, the everything app away on vacation. B, those are all seniors, man. You didn't just crack the code. This is where they sit. All right? Leave us alone.
It's likely going to be some of those guys, too.
Or all of them.
Yeah, or every single one of them. So the Buckeyes have captains. You did go to the Ryan Day press conference today.
Yep.
We're going to hear the latest from Ryan Day at 5 o'clock this afternoon, as we are getting a lot closer. I got probably not going to be one of my last weekend golf rounds, because I'll try to play Sunday morning before NFL action gets going, but I'd been trying to get around in for several weeks. You guys know him on Twitter as Reflog. If you just put that together, you zip that backwards, and it's just golfer. The dude's a golfer. Chris McNeil, who's been a Cleveland Twitter guy ever since the 0-16 parade sent him into a different stratosphere for followers. He's a good dude. He just lives right outside of Central Ohio here. So we try to do a little home and home every year. And the rain washed us out last week. When I took a few days off of work, I was trying to get in at least 3 or 4 rounds in that 5-day stretch. I wound up playing 0. So my heart was just depleted from lack of golfing. And then my back gets thrown out on Friday morning, and I'm thinking, oh, no. Thank God the round is set for Sunday afternoon and not Saturday, because there was no way I was going to be able to do it. But I was getting a little bit better each day. Like you guys saw me Friday, I could barely even move the lower back piece. Saturday, after sleeping on my wife's concrete mattress, it got a little bit better. That's the one thing that's been good for, because I haven't been able to sleep on it. That's sort of like forced the sleep divorce to just stay intact when she got that bed. But that helped me a little bit. And by the time Sunday came around, I was like, you know what? The carts are allowed to go out. I feel like I'm at 55, 60%. I can do the turn. So I'm going to do it. And then wouldn't you know, as like Mike would wring my neck for doing this. He's like, oh, you're going to go out there and play golf. That's going to be good for your back. What I read, though, is that it wasn't a golf injury. I didn't do it playing golf, doing any kind of the twisting or torquing. It was just breathing, being old. I just bent down and then got back up and that's it. I'm making Collinsworth sounds. Oh, God, unbelievable. So I went out there and played. And I swear to you, 2 hours after it was done and while it was going on, my back started to feel a little bit better. Loosening up the muscles, not tightening them. So basically what I'm saying is if your back is effed, go play golf.
Yeah, got to get out there and activate the glutes.
That's right. different muscles. I didn't hurt it playing golf, so there was no reason to believe that those motions were going to aggravate it, and I didn't tweak it. I was careful. I played the senior tees. Well, got to move forward a little bit.
Bryson says that we should all do that so that we can learn how to score.
Oh, is that what Bryson said?
He said, go up there because that was
Did
the
he say
genesis.
that on his YouTube channel?
Yeah, I've not watched as much of it recently, but back when he was doing, the break 50 stuff and the 2-man scrambles, 2-person scrambles, that was what he said. You should learn how to score and not be afraid to go low. And the only way to really do that, move up to those front tees, play those, get really good with your wedges. Maybe you don't have to swing as hard, think your way around the course a little bit differently, and then move back and see what happens when you're back at the white tees. And then, we're all going to hopefully someday be able to play the black tees, but
no,
not me. I don't really want to.
That's one thing that I don't think really has to be done. Like, there's no reason to go and play a tipped out golf course if you don't hit the ball 300 yards off the tee. Play what suits your game
100%,
and play the way that you get to have fun. But that's interesting he said that, because my buddy who I was playing with told me that the Georgia golf coach, and maybe Jay Mosley at Ohio State does this too, where I'm sure he does. They probably have all sorts of different tests and challenges that they try to do to get the best out of them. But yeah, like you just said, move up to a certain tee box, and then when you're 4 or 5 under par, see how you then handle success, because it's such a mental game. When you get going in a really good round, it's like, when am I going to screw this up? That's usually how it goes.
But plus, you're not actually going to make yourself play better golf if you're tipping it out and you're not good enough to reach the fairway. Then it just becomes a day of survival. And also, like you may have learned on Sunday, you don't have to always go 100% full tilt max on every swing to have a good time out there. And maybe it'll help.
As you have a couple of cold beverages.
So I didn't want to make an assumption there, but that might have also helped your back. Loosen up a little bit.
I'll never forget the first time that I realized being just stone cold drunk could just make all pain go away.
Oh, what a revelation.
We're at a game in Kansas City where, it's not even December yet, but it must have been -10 wind chill as the Chiefs are playing the Broncos or somebody. And we used to have we would have the Johnsonville Brats, and then we would have Boulevard Wheats as the famous Kansas City brew out there, the microbrew. That's not really a microbrew anymore. But we had I just had a certain amount of those where I just said to myself, I'm not even wearing I got the best coat that I have, but that's probably only going to do so well in this kind of cold and your face is freezing off. And after I got 4 of my beers down before the game, I'm like, well, you know what? I feel great. Feels like it's 70 degrees out here. Well, no wonder all those appendages were being frozen off and amputated out there in Kansas City for the playoff game. Everyone's drunk and you don't even know it.
Yeah, little bit of beer jacket never hurt anybody.
Perfect. All right, we're going to talk about a team that needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cleveland Browns. Oh, boy. What happened today with that announcement? Austin Ward is in today. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Oh, this is gonna be
really close.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Making ends meet matters for Ohio families. Congressman Mike Carey is working to help you keep more of what you earn and get the benefits you deserve. Mike Carey supported the Social Security Fairness Act, helping ensure public servants like teachers, firefighters, and police officers receive the full benefits they've earned. And Mike Carey is working to deliver tax relief for more Ohioans. Congressman Carey backed historic tax cuts for working families and seniors. That plan eliminated taxes on tips and overtime, expanded the child tax credit, and provided thousands in tax relief for Ohio seniors. Because whether you're working, raising a family, or planning for retirement, every dollar matters. Visit carey.house.gov to learn more or get help accessing benefits or dealing with a federal agency. Congressman Carey's office is here to help and fighting to help your family keep more of what you earn. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congressman Mike Carey.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
$5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
It's high school football on the Fan. Join Tyler Danberg and Coach Larry Wolf for the Capital Ford of Columbus High School Football Game of the Week.
This week, Bishop Watterson and Pickerington Central.
Live coverage starts Friday at 6:30. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
It is a nice, cool start to the day out there, and all that sunshine boosts us to a high in the mid-70s this afternoon. Just some passing fair weather clouds today. We'll have a northwest breeze of 5 to 15. For your Tuesday, starting off in the mid-50s, upper 70s for a high with a mostly sunny sky once again. For the Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
No Common Man today. We're well taken care of, especially when we get into our Buckeye coverage, because we got the best around for that. He is Austin Ward. I did a lot of shows with Austin when it was the Buckeye show. Haven't been with him much, so I'm excited here. We're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns and the quarterback selection here in just a minute. But first, I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health, because I had heard all this stuff before. And then I started hearing these bullet points about what might be ailing you at a certain age. Brain fog, not seeing as many gains in the gym. First of all, I couldn't even locate the gym. So that was an issue as well. Maybe not revved up for the sexy time as much. Crashing out too early at night. Lack of energy. Did I mention the brain fog? Because it's really fogged up. Well, I have my numbers run. And lo and behold, low T, as they've been saying, low testosterone. But Tri-State Men's Health, they are experts at finding the treatment plan for you. So they had the numbers run. They got me on the plan. Quick little shots in the ace, it's done. And then, my goodness, day later, I'm feeling the effects of that. I'm feeling like I can just attack the day a little bit better and for longer. So they got 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio, one up there in Westerville, one right there in Hilliard. Go to tristatemenshealth.com. See about that little low T quiz. It's quick. You get that first appointment for $99, the T and PSA test, the consult, and then if you sign up for the testosterone treatment that same day of the appointment, well, then waive the fee. Your visit is free. So if you're feeling any of those things that I told you, you probably got low testosterone, but you don't have to just sit there and be mopey and sad. Just go and check them out. Now,
mopey and sad, that sounds like Deshaun Watson.
What I can't help you with, there you go. What I can't help is delusional Browns fans, or I can't really help. Well, they don't need to be helped because everything's going to be fine.
They don't want help.
It's going to be good. Realistic Browns fans, I'm sorry. Like there's no cure. But the good thing about you guys is you don't switch teams because it's your cross to bear. You're from Ohio, whether you're from up north or from here in Central Ohio, and that was the team that was laid at your feet when you were born. You're stuck with them, as everyone should be with their original teams that they're born with. You're just stuck with them. And I can't even believe it after watching what unfolded with the press conference, which I'll have some clips from because there's actually been an update to that with the apology that's not an apology. But after that brilliant performance, Austin.
Electric.
After that brilliant performance, he came out and didn't like too much that he was hearing boos. I mean, I don't know if it was the completion percentage, the interception, the one little pass that like slipped out of his hand and went 2 feet and then bounced down the field. I don't know what he was expecting after that incredible display, but Deshaun Watson was feeling pretty victimized after it this weekend.
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason, so I don't regret anything at all. I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, the tables turn, and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, you know, wait for that time to change, so I'm not tripping on it.
Child of God.
I bet, if I had to make a bet, that there are some alleged victims who said, you don't have any regrets? None at all? Can we revisit that conversation?
Well, he was just asked if he had any regrets coming to Cleveland in that specific question right there. So,
okay, well,
so
I still think it's a strange thing to say in public, given everything that he's gone through. The adversity, I guess, that the Lord has put in his path. Good for him for
a lot of trials and tribulations. He's been through a lot.
Yeah, probably,
Austin.
Probably having $250 million guaranteed helps you a lot.
Yeah.
And the Lord did want him to have that money.
You don't think that that's going through a lot?
It's tough.
To do what you did, allegedly, and then to still fall ass backwards into a $250 million guaranteed contract. Oh, for sucking ass or being hurt all the time? Forget about what you are or who you are or what you did off the field. How about what hasn't happened? I mean, Jimmy Haslam, you wrote the statement. You called this a big swing and a miss. You could have just hit resend, and then that would have worked just fine after yesterday.
It's not, and you said, well, maybe it was just being booed for that performance over the weekend. It's not. It's not taken in a vacuum. This guy has been terrible for years. He's cost the Browns hundreds of millions of dollars, plus an opportunity to reset the franchise given the dead cap money hit. And when he was healthy and available,
He was terrible.
It looked exactly like it looked like the last time he stepped on the field this weekend.
It's about what you would have expected, like the last time we actually got to see him play football healthy. It's about what you would have expected for a guy that's gone through just, you know, again, now I just said gone through. No, put himself through and did to other people, but was away from the game because of off-field issues for that long. It's kind of what I expect. You don't just go away from a league like the NFL, come back after that much time on the sidelines, and you're able to swing it again.
And the Browns, though, all right, they've made this decision with their salary cap. They don't want the hit for next year. They're invested in Deshaun Watson. They don't think that they can escape this sunk cost. Keep him on the roster, fine. But you still don't have to play him. And
this is what they were doing. And now we got here somehow.
Now it's official that he's going to continue to play and start. And the Browns are now doing this to themselves.
Let's hear more woe is me before we get to the apology about it. This, like you said, he said it's not about the performance. We all know that here.
I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So I think that's it's a disrespectful thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And yeah, just move on.
You're not really keeping it internal at all now, are you? But I would also interject and say, I don't believe you, because I believe fans as a whole, I'm not going to point to like any individual fan and how they choose to look at things, because then it can get very particular. But as a whole, we've seen the NFL give so much grace to a lot of people that have done a lot of really bad stuff, and there's been like even harder evidence of that too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they would be a little bit more open if you were averaging 35 touchdown passes a season.
There are also, again, we can't paint with too broad of a brush here, Timmy, but winning tends to trump everything when it comes to the NFL. As you referenced, there have been a lot worse cases and a lot more quote-unquote redemption arcs that are harder to stomach than what may or may not have occurred with Deshaun Watson. I'm not grading that on a scale of 1 to 10 for how bad it is, but I don't understand how Deshaun Watson can also act like it is purely personal. Because if he was winning, if he was averaging the 35 touchdowns per game that you were talking about, if the Browns were in the playoffs and Deshaun Watson was the starting quarterback, there is a segment of that fan base and any fan base in the NFL to be like, you know what? He went through some things. He did some things. He paid the penalty for that, and then he came back, and we're gonna rally with our team. They wouldn't put him out there if he hadn't been cleared of wrongdoing or this or that. Or that. Like, if you're winning, you're gonna get some mulligans that other people do not.
You will. You just will.
Deshaun Watson
proven that.
Is not winning.
No, he's not even close. One more woe is me. This is if he can overcome all of this negativity, which he's going to have to do because he's been named the starting quarterback, as we know today.
I don't know. It's a mental battle every day. I feel like I get more love on road games than I do home games. So if it is my spot and he does make me the name, maybe it's 17 away games then. I don't know.
When he was making these comments, the episode in Seinfeld where George is sitting there with the owner of Play Now, and he's faked like being handicapped to work there to get special treatment. Yep. He's arguing with him, and the guy just says, "We don't like you. We want you to leave." That's what is going through my head as he continues to talk. It's like, my God, you're making my head hurt here. You're so mopey, and you're playing the victim card. How could you do this after everything that has happened? And now you get to be the guy. Is part of me, the sick part of me. And I lied, I guess, because we're only 27 minutes into the show, and now I'm getting agitated. But
I thought putting
I'd
the Browns.
I'd like to see this guy.
You made the show
go out there.
You didn't do this, Colin.
We had to talk about this. Where are you going to put this?
Sure didn't.
Bend over and I'll show you.
But there's no other way to approach this with Cleveland and Deshaun Watson, and then the decision that they made. You and I are not Browns fans, but it is still incredibly irritating to watch it. So imagine actually being a Cleveland fan, and this is what the team is continuing to do to you over and over, and then Deshaun Watson is blaming you for feeling a certain type of way about it.
I'm going to see how much of the apology we can even stomach. You just start yelling when you're done with it, okay? This was the apology for his post-game comments, which there will be no "I'm sorry" or "I apologize" quoted in this cut.
Saturday after the game, I think just human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, get back and, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. I thought I was going to get, a little different response, but, I think my emotions got the best of me. And, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city. Because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me. And I know the frustration this organization have put, a lot of investment in coming, to get me back in 22. And things haven't been going the right direction that we thought it was. A lot of injuries, a lot of time off, and not putting...
All right. That's enough. God, that's enough excuses. Dear God! It was just...
Where was the 2 words that you needed to say?
He's not framing that the right way. It started with the more woe is me. I just expected a lot more. Guess I was wrong. That's just, you're not apologizing.
Should I not
you're
have
just
done
digging
that?
it
Was
deeper.
that wrong?
if I would have known that. But hey, good news. You're the starter, buddy. So keep acting that way. And, as long as
see how far it gets him.
Yeah. If Todd Monken thinks that this is for the future, too, like not just for now.
I mean, imagine you're now in a scenario in Cleveland where a year ago, people were sick of Shedeur. They thought that he was going to be the prima donna. You had Dion circling around. It was like anybody but Shedeur. He's fallen in the draft. And now it's like, that's Shedeur. He's actually doing his business. He's focused. He's become the guy that you actually would want to root for in that quarterback room, which is a crazy turn of events.
You see that interview he did, too? It's like a 38-minute interview during the game on the sideline. That was wild too. It is some fun times up there. Austin Ward is in. There was more NFL embarrassment in Northeast Ohio this weekend. That's in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a couple minutes down on westbound 70 on the west side near Hilliard Rome Road due to that construction. And watch out for some delay due to a crash on northbound 23 at Olentangy River Road. This report is sponsored by Mesilla Valley Transportation. Looking for a driving opportunity that keeps you moving and gets you home? Mesilla Valley Transportation is hiring CDLA drivers in Groveport. Start your application today at driveformvt.com. That's driveformvt.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Anthony Rothman here. Unlock your home's potential with a home equity line of credit from Telhio. For a limited time, receive a special rate as low as 6.25% APR. Visit telhio.org to apply.
Member NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com.
Your next getaway is closer than you think at your Columbus Zoo. Baby elephants, playful tigers, hungry giraffes. Explore North America Trek and discover rescued bear cubs, eagles, and more. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
It's Leslie again from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've kind of got a big announcement. We're doing a special sale right now where qualifying installs are 40% off.
Well, we're doing that at the other window place, too.
Ah, that's an interesting coin.
April Fools.
April Fool's Day was a while back, Wilson.
Leslie, it's April 1st somewhere.
Is it?
Agree and disagree.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Let's get one thing perfectly clear. If you're not willing to kill baby Hitler, you're a moron. This is Common Man and Timmy.
No Common Man today. Austin Ward is here. We got Foodgasm coming up at 4:46 this afternoon. We're going to talk some baseball. Jason's beef with the Hall of Fame writer Jayson Stark at the normal time at 5:30 this evening. So it's not just all that Deshaun Watson fun. There was something else NFL related that was happening back in Northeast Ohio. This was in East Palestine, where they had the horrible train crash. 2-3 years ago? change the color of the sky because of all the fumes.
I think it was 3 years ago
that went up there?
Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah. So that's what I know that town for. But
I'd love to know if there's other claims to fame there.
Well, there's apparently some
right
other
now
things going on.
It's
up
only
there.
negative headlines if you're looking up that dateline.
So San Francisco 49ers owner, Jed York. And for those that do not know this little tidbit, the DeBarlos from that area in Youngstown, you've got, so much rich football tradition and history that's connected to the state of Ohio. That's not news, but the fact that you got, two franchises, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, basically the family that helped build one of the other greatest dynasties in NFL history, but out there in San Francisco, why couldn't they have done that somewhere closer to home? One of these franchises, who knows, couldn't get one of those teams at the time. But this, Jed York is the grandson of Eddie DeBarlo Jr.
So you said one of the other greatest dynasties. So if we are to accept the Patriots and 49ers as the two best NFL dynasties over the last 50 years, something's going on with that ownership that also now ties these franchises together. How Robert Kraft throwing his hat in the ring, and Jed York now too.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like
a lot of things in common there.
You gotta there's some kind of sickness to be an owner and to be worth that much money.
I didn't really put those dots together until you were talking about the rankings of the dynasties there.
Oh yeah, and maybe Deshaun was just thinking too, like if this is the price
path
of
to greatness,
this is the price of success.
Charge it to winning.
maybe I've got to get involved in some way. So Jed York pleaded no contest to a pair of misdemeanor charges after he was arrested in Ohio on suspicion of engaging in prostitution. Mm-hmm. He responded to an undercover ad on a known prostitution website and arranged to have sexual activity with the female in exchange for $140 in an East Palestine trailer park.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, no. Yes. Oh, no is right. That's very much. Oh, no.
I hadn't read those details in the story, Timmy. That makes it even worse.
He was arrested upon arriving at the meeting location with a cell phone used to arrange the meeting. And East Palestine police assisted the Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force in the arrest. The task force took him down. So he paid $1,150 in fines and filed a plea arrangement this morning. And he's out. He was sentenced to 1 day in jail for each charge. And that's that, I suppose.
The part in the lead of this story that I read, it's like the disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools.
What is a criminal tool?
Maybe I'm just naive to all this. I don't really understand what that's in reference to. Possessing criminal tools. Because are we talking drugs? Are we talking zip ties? I'm so confused.
I know a common man's favorite, Florio, put out that the idea of the cell phone he used to arrange this was the tool.
Don't we all have phones? Am I in possession of a criminal tool right now?
If you were using that to try to book yourself some prostitution, then it would be, is what they're saying. Yeah, I hear that. I'm like, was that just a knife, a gun, a wrench? Like what the physical tool? Yeah.
If he had called from a landline and showed up without it, then
he wouldn't have been possessing it.
You don't have the tool in your possession.
Okay. Well, I'm not asking for my own benefit. It's just clarity.
Stop giving people ideas. That's why we've been taking out the payphones all over Ohio and all over the country.
You got to get these criminal tools off of the corner.
What is what is going on here? How can you be the owner of an NFL franchise and be engaging in this kind of activity? And of course, nothing is going to get done about this.
No.
Right? If the NFL has shown us anything about what happens to owners, like you just mentioned with Robert Kraft, we might pretend, we might put something out there we're taking this seriously.
Very seriously.
We're looking into this. But then again, you've got the guy that's, owner of the San Francisco 49ers, and he gets arrested for prostitution. He was going to do it Basically, we just had the precogs stop him before it could get done. We had the pre-crime working. It worked to perfection, right? That shouldn't minimize the blow. It's $1,100. This guy's a billionaire. Not to sound all communist on you, but let's up the fees here. Up the fine.
It didn't work on Tom Cruise. Sometimes those precogs can get it wrong. Maybe that'll be the defense from Jed York.
No, there was
He was going to free this person.
No, he was going to kill him. It was a perfect crime.
Oh, that's right.
They framed him up.
He did.
They framed him up.
They knew exactly how he'd react. Yeah, you're right. I stand corrected. So the precogs got this one right too. There's no escape. It's Jed York.
Were they like swimming in jelly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them, right? Or
Yeah. 2 of them I think were like placebos though. 2 of them like didn't know what the F they were doing. And then the one was just knew everything, saw the future.
Well, there's always
stopped it before it was going to happen.
Any family's got one great precog. You can't expect them all to be perfect.
You know what the excuse is going to be for this? I've seen it like a couple different places. Well, I can't be blamed for this because this was the effects of the nuclear power plant.
Yeah, or
they rotted my brain to a point where I'm not thinking clearly. I can't do things.
Yeah,
that are like
I drank
normal frame of mind.
Glass of water. It wasn't blue. It was green. That's the train's fault.
It's all it's still just being in the town. That's all. Go back to the train crash. Good weekend for Jed York and a lot of fun stuff happening in Northeast Ohio. The internet zeroed in on a guy that I'm really excited for, and I bet this is going to piss Austin off too. That's next. Austin is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got some slowdown due to an accident that's on Brown Road near Hopkins Avenue and a couple-minute holdup on westbound 70 from 7 on 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Make your summer extra refreshing with huge savings at Fresh Time Market. Right now, get 20% off all varieties of antibiotic-free Miller Organic Chicken. Plus, enjoy 20% off all organic fruit and veggies. Find these deals and more at Fresh Time today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time junk production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear, too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
If you're being honest, you can feel it in the air, can't you? We're getting so close to that first fall Saturday where all the talking stops and you finally find out what you're about. It's Jeremy Birmingham here, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. And being around training camp lately has actually reminded me of something about myself. I spent a long time knowing what I needed to do, and somehow I confused that with actually doing it. I knew I was carrying too much weight. I knew it because my knees told me that, my ankles told me that. That's just the price you pay, especially when you have arthritis. I knew I didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel, but none of that information was new. What was new was that I had an opportunity to change it. And what changed was finally having somebody help me do something about it. I started Awaken 180. I followed the plan. I worked with my coach, and 7 weeks later, I was down 40 pounds without weight loss medication. The inflammation was gone. The grogginess is gone, and my happiness is way up. If you've spent the summer thinking about doing something, maybe it's time to stop thinking and start doing. Make today your starting point. That's coming from somebody who knows what comes next. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Are you having trouble with your air conditioning or heating? Don't stress. Instead, call Logan Services. Right now, get a service call or maintenance visit for just $79. We service all brands and offer upfront pricing, no pressure repairs, and the fast, friendly service you've come to expect. Schedule your appointment now and get comfortable. We work in your neighborhood and we make home comfort easy. Logan Services.
Common Man here for Germain Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona. A brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Germain, get free gas for 3 months. And with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at GermainHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Columbus, we expect the best from our team every week on the field. Shouldn't we expect the same from our home's water? For more than 90 years, Culligan has helped families enjoy better water in their homes. Our industry-leading whole-home water filtration systems deliver cleaner, great-tasting water at every tap. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. And for a limited time, get Culligan water in your home for as little as $9.95 per month for the first 3 months. See CulliganWaterColumbus.com. Limited time offer, participating dealers.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of these rain chances going up.
We're already tracking a few severe thunderstorm warnings.
We do have team coverage for you this morning, tracking outages and flooding.
Difficult for people to get out of their homes right now. Flood waters up to their knees.
Did you see that car?
Yes.
The wind flipped it over.
This is huge. The wind must have been so strong to rip this up out of the ground and take some of the sidewalk with it.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on the 10 TV app. Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 12 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
No Common Man today. He is on a little mini vacation. Austin Ward is hanging out with us. Coming up in the next segment, we're gonna dive headfirst into some Buckeye football topics with you. So we're gonna do that. This will kind of set the table for that. I don't like when I see things all over social media and we're in the NFL preseason and how you can just sort of fit your narrative with a couple of clips. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can just pull a few clips. And I know, like we talked about this recently, I thought it was a little bit different when dealing with Marvin Harrison Jr. And again, I haven't kept up with him in the past week or so. Maybe he's turned in some good performances and some good practices. We would sure hope so because we know what an immense talent he was here. And I got to think that his issues have been more mental than anything else. But
and related to poor
quarterbacking. But when you see like clips in practice when you have no defense on you and you're still not catching the ball, I do think there, you've got some issues, right? Like he's dropping balls where a guy of his skill would catch 100 out of 100 of them. But still, stuff happens. And again, you're going to pull like the 1 or 2 clips and then try to make it a certain way. Well, I was kind of surprised because I haven't been as excited about a draft pick for my team, the Washington Commanders, in a long time. I was really excited when they picked
that Sunny jersey.
I didn't know. I didn't get me a Sunny jersey yet, but I'd be thinking about it. I like the number too, old school linebacker number 52.
Yeah,
that's nice. So Sonny Styles being a top 10 pick for my Washington Commanders, and we've had a couple of Buckeyes roll through there now. I was really excited about Dwayne Haskins when that happened, and I was really excited about Terry McLaurin when he was a second-round pick there, I believe. Yeah, great value out of him, and he's become a really good player and had to work with a lot of quarterbacks leading up to Jaden Daniels here. But now there's some people on social media that are taking this game, Sonny Styles against the Lions here, and just highlighting him and showing every single one of his reps and making him out to be one of the worst rookies that the NFL has ever seen. I mean, my God, he looked like a rookie, okay? So he didn't look like a Hall of Famer in his first or second preseason game. That doesn't mean that he's not going to be able to cut it in this league.
It really started after his preseason debut, his first game ever, where the Commanders wanted to get Sonny experience with the green dot on, to be the communicator, middle linebacker, and most of the other starters weren't out there. And so he was one of the only first-team guys getting reps. And they gave up a 15-play touchdown drive and be like, oh, This is terrible. They're out on Sonny Styles after one drive when the rest of the starters aren't out there. And I know that there's no one who would be harder on himself than Sonny Styles. And his expectations were, never give up a touchdown, always go 3 and out, and to live up immediately to being the number 7 pick in the draft. That's the Sonny Styles that I know. And so he doesn't need, fans piling on or, whoever, fake fans, if you're going to give up on the first round draft pick after one drive in the preseason. But it started off of that, Timmy, and that's what has been so irritating. People saw that drive and they're like looking for any other potential mistake in game 2.
And it's like you said, too, it's one thing when you are out there and it's your first couple of series ever against that competition. It's another thing when you go in there with another entire team of backups who are also trying to get acclimated. So no one is really able to kind of like give you that look of confidence. People are probably looking in your direction like, what we're supposed to do and where we're supposed to be, right? It's like, okay, let me work through this. Like, let me process this now. I'm doing this. I got, my defensive coordinator in my ears for the first time out here facing live bullets, and you give up a score, right? And yeah, he got gobbled up by a couple of blocks too. But a lot of the footage that they've been putting out there, it's just a guy that's sitting back, like doing some zone pass reads, and the ball's not even coming in his direction on those reps. So just give it a moment. He'll figure things out. He's too good of an athlete, too good of a football player not to.
That's the part that irritates me the most, Timmy. And this happens for every team at almost every single level. And you're going to find, as you mentioned, some reps that are not perfect, but we didn't call the defense. We don't know the scheme. We don't know the responsibility of every snap. You can find some things that look like, that's not a blown assignment. You don't know what the assignment is. I try to always keep that in mind when, we're covering Ohio State specifically. It's like, all right, why does that maybe not look as good? Was he missing an assignment? Is this a repeated example? Do you have concerns about this? And they're never going to, hand over the playbook. And I understand that part of it, but like, you and I, maybe Colin could. We can't just sit there and scheme up and know the X's and O's of every single play and then grade it live. I know Colin knows enough ball.
Evil can do that.
He can do that, but you and I can't do that.
He's played a lot of Madden, so he knows.
So then we have to go figure out what that information is and ask those questions and try and get answers that way. And there's a lot of people that, have played high-level football, NFL football, that can ask their opinions. We do that a lot at this station with Bobby Carpenter and Tyvis Powell. I do that with Zach Bourne, former Ohio State captain. I want to provide that context because that's not my place. But even for those guys, they're not in the huddle on every play. They can make assumptions based on their experience and maybe their familiarity with what Ohio State's defensive system is, or even what Matt Patricia runs. But you still have to be able to go ask that and get to the bottom of it. And I think immediately taking a clip or a social media post as gospel, like the Commanders have an NFL coaching staff. They're not going to put Sonny Styles out there if they don't believe in him in those situations. And if they becomes a recurring problem, we'll know because he won't still be on the field. It's the NFL.
Austin, what's like the worst injury you've ever had? Not to completely switch the subject.
Okay.
Like when you're just hanging out at the house, like stubbing the toe. Because I did something just yesterday. My God, like I've already had like the back thing that I was going through. I was putting like a glass away, like the little narrow cabinet that's like next to the microwave.
Right.
So like the microwave juts out a little bit and it's got like the little corner and it's sharp there. But you don't think about that because it's not in a position where you're going to like knock your head on it because it's mounted up above the oven. But I was going to like put a glass away, and as I like threw my hand, I didn't throw my hand, but I'm moving it towards the cabinet to like put this glass up there. It clipped the side of the microwave, and like that steel corner jammed inside my thumbnail.
Ooh.
It hurt. I like actually, I yelped when I did it, and I dropped the glass. And then I tipped it with my left hand and then caught it back with the injured hand, one-handed. And I turned back, and Jack was like standing in the kitchen over there, and I like pointed at him like this, like, oh yeah. Like that was, and then I went back to being, back to being in pain again.
I thought you were going to ignore the pain based off the adrenaline of making the catch.
I couldn't. Like I did in the moment. and they're like these cool like Final Four, like it's like a 2-glass set from going to one of those like hospitality rooms like you go to all the time for bowl games. I haven't done this. I haven't lived in that world in decades. It was a Final Four that was going to be in San Antonio the next year. I was there that year for like the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. So they were doing their dry run for next year's Final Four. I got the glasses there, and I almost lost one of those. That the set has been intact. Somehow my wife has not shattered those throughout the years, and I almost did it. But I incurred a horrible household injury. Like anything like that, worse than just your basic separating your toe on the corner of the couch or the coffee table.
Trying to think of the worst example that I've had. I guess, knock on wood, I've had a good run of health luck. The real problem was leaving the house and Television's Adam King and Jacob Reimer not knowing how to drive golf carts and viciously assaulting Beamer and myself last week in our big match.
I heard about that. That's not surprising to me. That's not surprising to me that Reimer or Adam King doesn't know how to drive a golf cart.
8-9 days of severe whiplash. And I was like,
they hit you that hard?
Oh my gosh!
Did they have to pay? Like, did they damage the cart? I'd sue those guys if I was the golf course.
I think that they need to probably check on it and then send a bill to Jacob Reimer and Adam King, because they get between the two of them.
I don't think a bill is enough. I think they ought to be arrested, Austin.
There's a real case for that, I think, especially because of the physical assault. Not just me, but also Beamer. And they got
sounds like it is.
They got both ends of the
gavel. Do you have the gavel, Colin? He's looking for it there.
It's got to be in there.
Yeah, it seems
they're guilty. They've not denied it.
Seems like that's a jailable offense right there. Yeah,
Reimer, he at least tapped the brakes, but he's coming downhill, takes us on, hits the back of the cart, and then we get attacked by the other direction with Adam King just deciding to stop right in front of us.
It's really your fault. Yours and Beam's fault.
Playing with these two young whippersnappers.
For going out in public with Reimer and Adam King.
You might be
What did you expect was going to happen?
Guilty as charged.
Going out there with those guys. But no, I agree. It's not every day that we have 3 whole hours at our disposal with the very best in Ohio State football coverage right here with Austin Ward. So I'm going to get all I can out of it. I've got a little Common Man and Timmy questionnaire that I'm going to run through with you coming up next. It's Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on westbound 670 at Grandview Avenue. And you're looking at slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's bringing back the joy of the good old days with 4 2016 favorites: the Naked Chicken Chalupa, Beefy Crunch Burrito, Mexi Melt, and Caramel Apple Empanada. Relive 2016 now at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary, tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Gordon Miller for Miller Lending, your original home of the no-cost loan. When it comes time to buy or refinance your home, there's 3 basic rules you need to know. Rule number 1, never ask your lender if they need to call your employer to make sure you still work there. Quitting the week of closing was not cool, Bob. Number 2, never call from jail and say you're going to be running a little late for closing. Again, not cool, Bob. And finally, the one thing Bob did right, never ever pay closing costs. What banks won't tell you is that paying closing costs creates an 8-year break even, yet the average loan lasts only 4. It's similar to buying life insurance at age 108. The math simply doesn't math. At Miller Lending, we solved that problem 39 years ago. By waiving all the fees, we completely eliminated the break even, so you will immediately realize savings. So why wait? Pick up the phone and call Miller Lending today. 877-9-NO-COST, or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My AC's still cooling, but something's not quite right. Seems it's working awfully hard, but I'm so hot at night.
Let us have a look. We'll figure out what's wrong. We'll recommend the best plan to get it running strong.
Get a free diagnostic AC check with repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
at participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
I'm Ben. As a licensed Kroger pharmacist, I'm committed to helping you choose the right vaccines for you and your family. Whether you have questions about the flu, RSV, or COVID vaccines, our team is ready to go above and beyond for you when it comes to providing personalized care and seasonal vaccine education. No appointment needed. At Kroger, we're here to look out for you. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site or pharmacy for details.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose. Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
Football fans, it's almost time to draft your team and kick off another season. This year, take your fantasy football draft party to Twin Peaks, where cold drinks made from scratch food and wall-to-wall TVs make your local lodge the ultimate draft day headquarters. Round up your league, grab a table, and get ready for the picks, the rivalries, and a full season of bragging rights. Whether you're defending your title or drafting for the first time, start your fantasy season at Twin Peaks. Book your fantasy football draft party at your local lodge today.
Peach season is here at UDF, but it won't last long. Right now, buy 2 large cartons of UDF peach ice cream for just $10. You're gonna want to stock up. Peach ice cream is back at United Dairy Farmers for a limited time.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. In 20 days, the Browns begin their first season under head coach Todd Monken when they visit the Jaguars September 13th. Today, Monken named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback, marking his first regular season start since October 20th of 2024. Elsewhere around the league, the Patriots are reportedly trading wideout Kayshon Boutte to the Texans for safety Jalen Reed. C.J. Stroud gets a new receiver after Jaden Higgins suffered a season-ending ACL tear last week. Baseball tonight, Guardians are out west when they visit the Angels at 9:38, while the Reds are also westward when they visit the Giants at 9:45. Little League World Series elimination game, Team Ohio's Westside Little League from Hamilton leads Texas 3-0 in the top of the third. This update is brought to you by Germain Toyota. For unbeatable service and sales, visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
No common man here today. Austin Ward is in with us, and I'm glad you're here because things are really starting to heat up on the football field, and we're getting ready for Buckeye football season here.
12 days away.
12 days away, week 0. We got real college football this week, and then the Ball State game a week from Saturday. We will have all-day coverage right here on The Fan. What time are we going to be that Saturday, Colin? Because it's a half hour later. It's not a noon. It's a 12:30 kickoff. So that puts
means
us at
network coverage
6?
starts at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Which means tailgate starts at 9 and pregame starts at 7.
So 7 o'clock. And Skip's college football show will be an hour before that.
Yep, 6 a.m.
So I contend.
You contend.
It's all day.
That you can start drinking at 6. Isn't that the common man rule? Like when Buckeye pregame coverage starts. But I kind of say that that's when Skip's show comes on. So 6 a.m., you can start drinking.
I think if the sun is up, who's going to stop you?
Well, no, it'll be dark. That's the whole point.
You better move up that coverage start time for
the sun.
Texas week then.
Well, I think we're going to start pretty early on Texas week, too. Like, that's going to be a nighttime game, but we'll probably be live and local by
Because right now
9?
you're at 11 a.m. So
No, we're going to do another show. We're going to go earlier than that.
Just throw another one out there.
We're going to have Bo Bishop work on Texas game day. He's gonna. If he doesn't know that, just tell him next time you see him.
I should have mentioned that to him this morning.
Yeah. Next time you see him, tell him he's working.
Hey, Bo,
Texas game day at 9 a.m.
Might want to leave September 12th clear on your schedule. All right.
Right. We're gonna miss our kids' athletic events that morning there because we'll be putting in the time. So I've got a little questionnaire for you. Things that we maybe haven't discussed enough or things that we just want to hit on more in advance of next week. I start with this.
And you didn't give me these questions in advance. This is a pop quiz.
These are things that I've either kind of been, have my ears open for things that you've been discussing on your different YouTube shows. Always subscribe to Austin and Berm on our Fan and 10 TV channels right here, anywhere you watch your videos or get your audio. So please do that. Starting with number 1, what is your deal with Jeremiah Smith? Why do you not like him?
Well, because
what went wrong there?
I don't like him. I love him.
But he's not captain material. Get him out of there. Like, what's the deal with that?
I said that he exists on his own plane. He's surreal.
He needs no. He needs no C.
I said this even just 2 hours ago. I've doubled and tripled down on it. He's always been the leader by example. He's always been the person that everyone in that locker room looks to and says, this is the best football player on the field, maybe ever born. Like, he doesn't need to have a C on his jersey. And I said it again at Arusa. I'm like, well, you just put an M on there because he's a Martian. He's from a different planet. So my point was, if you were taking those 7 guys, because I'm also not a huge proponent of having more than 3 or 4 captains.
No, I can hear you with that. This did sound, but before you go on, it did sound like a nice little performance review answer. My greatest strengths, my greatest weaknesses can sometimes be my greatest strengths.
It's how much I care.
I work so much. Yeah, I can't ever shut it off. I just work so hard, and sometimes I get too bogged down on the task.
My greatest weakness is also my greatest strength.
But I do tend to agree with you that sometimes less can be more when it comes to picking captains. And it doesn't always have to be just your most talented player. But in the case of Jeremiah Smith, he also is a guy that's captain material who works and sets the example. He doesn't just show up and is awesome and then creates all these other headaches that you have to deal with off the field.
And I guess, for me, and that's, looking at that sample size and those 7 players, I think we all agree that Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sayin are going to be the most important for what Ohio State is trying to accomplish on offense. So none of that is meant to diminish that. And I rave all the time about the privilege that it is to watch Jeremiah Smith in a practice or watch him when there are 1,000 kids around during a training camp and him signing autographs and pictures and the ambassador that he's been for the program. He does a lot of captain things that you can recognize. But when it comes to do you want to be out there for a weekly press conference? Do you want to he's not that. Those responsibilities aren't the things that Jeremiah Smith is going to put his hand up for and say, I want to do that. He doesn't care about it. He cares about catching footballs and being the best athlete possible, getting in the weight room, doing all that work. And so if you looked at the last 2 years, he wasn't, Timmy, officially a captain. But all the things that I just said were still true. He was the first Iron Buckeye as a true freshman that ever existed and probably will be the only one that Ohio State ever has. What he's done is incredibly rare. But he didn't need a captaincy to prove that to anyone else in the locker room or for Ohio State to look for him on 3rd and Jeremiah to win the national championship. So my point on that, which, maybe it didn't come across the right way, was like if you were looking at a guy, if you were paring it down from 7, Jeremiah Smith doesn't need to be a captain to be critically important to the leadership.
All right, I got it. Austin Ward is here. I'm going through this Buckeye football questionnaire with him because I got him here today before
he's trying
we
to get me now too, Colin. That's
all right. So that was good. Serious one though. Being serious now. One that I've heard asked a ton, and I like hearing it. I like talking about it and discussing it because it can go a number of different ways. Who is the second best receiver at Ohio State this year?
I think that it'll statistically will still be Brandon Ennis. And I think in terms of value to the program, he still has to be that because of the blocking on the perimeter. Everyone wants to evaluate, not everyone. Some people want to evaluate Brandon Ennis solely on 5-star recruiting ranking, number 1 player in the country at one point. And can you do the exact same thing that Carnell Tate did, that Emeka Ibuka did, that Marvin Harrison did, that Jackson Smith and Jigba? He's not that same kind of player, and the stats bear that out. What he does is bring something that's different as a blocker. One of his best plays of his career was in the Rose Bowl, and it was clearing the way for Travion Henderson on a run. And he doesn't get credit for that statistically, and I'm not trying to build a case for him, to go do exactly what Carnell Tate did a year ago. I don't think he will. Devin McEwen's going to be part of that conversation. Chris Henry Jr. and Brock Boyd are both going to catch a lot of football. So Brandon Ennis is, if he finishes around where he did last year, 36 catches, handful of touchdowns, that maybe won't appease everyone. But if he's still doing all the dirty work as a blocker and he's the block-o, that's going to make him the second most valuable wide receiver on this team.
Okay, I've got a few more here.
All right, I'll go quicker.
I've got a few more here. We'll take a break.
Okay,
and then we'll do the rest of them. Going through this Buckeye football questionnaire with our man Austin Ward, who is in for the Common Man today. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side from 670 to 11th Avenue, and a couple-minute holdup if you're on southbound 315 going from King Avenue to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cooper Elliott. One moment, you're driving home. The next, a truck accident turns everything upside down. As your hometown law firm, Cooper Elliott will stand up to the big trucking companies and insurance carriers on your behalf. Get the experienced representation you need. Visit CooperElliott.com today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, Bo Bishop here. From scratch-made dishes to craft cocktails built with their local spirits, High Bank is the perfect place for date night, game day, or getting together with friends. Whether you're sipping the best vodka in America or grabbing a meal, High Bank delivers every time. Learn more at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Sounds like you heard about our special sale right now, where qualifying installs are 40% off.
Yep, it's why we're now offering 2 windows for the price of 1.
Wait, what was that?
That was the disclaimer. I can make up all kinds of things as long as there's a disclaimer at the end.
I'm not sure that's right, Wilson.
Sure it is. Listen, I can bench press 100 pounds. No, I can't. That's a lie.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here
to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We've got smooth sailing across central Ohio all the way through Wednesday. Overnight tonight, clearing skies, low temperatures, very comfortable in the middle 50s. On Tuesday, dry, sunny conditions, highs in the upper 70s. On Wednesday, dry, sunny again, low humidity, and highs in the low 80s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Timmy desperately needs you to listen to this show so he can pay for his stupid dog's 10th ACL surgery. This is Man and Timmy.
No Common Man today. Austin Ward is in. Common Man and Timmy is brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We thank them very much. Going to get back to this questionnaire that I put together for you that's only pertaining to Buckeye football, so right in your wheelhouse. I got a text from the wife. I got a text from the wife here during the show, so I didn't have time to go to the store before work. We try to share those responsibilities, like a good, strong marriage that we have.
Absolutely.
We both take our turn in the kitchen, cooking some dinners, doing the shopping, all that stuff. And we like to help each other out when something pops up on the schedule. So I couldn't do it. So she has some time. Jack's not home as soon after school because there's football practice every day. So she finished her work. She headed out to the store. She texted me. Tell me, though, why, because she had an issue at the exit of the Sam's Club.
Okay.
Why are we still doing what we're doing at these big stores? And why in the first place did guys like Sam's and Costco decide that they're going to make you wait to leave the store? Typically, I understand, like, if you're going somewhere very popular and or there's a capacity or something, you have to wait to get into a thing. Like, that's how a line works. You show up somewhere and you're not first in line, then you wait, right? But typically, you don't wait to go into a store unless they're like, it's the holidays and you were camped out or whatever. But I'd never heard in my entire life until we started going to BJ's and Sam's and Costco that you have to wait to leave after you pay.
Sam Walton didn't become a billionaire by just letting people walk out of his store with stuff for free.
He lets people walk out of Walmart. So why do you have to wait to walk out of Sam's?
That's where the bulk goods are. You can't.
That's serious stealing there.
Yeah, you can't have somebody walk out of there with 30 boxes of mac and cheese.
Oh man, I would think the Eye in the Sky, Alan Parsons Project, would have everything taken care of. The store like that.
I think
you'd have somebody watching on the thing, making sure that everyone goes through like the checkout area or whatever. And it's like you just sort of flag them like you're good. And if not, you got the cameras up there. You got so much clearance in the big, gigantic store. You could see everything. And then you just send some armed guards to go and kill the person. Just like that.
Well, how long was the exit line?
Well, not long. But her beef was, and this is the good woman that she is. It's funny because she's the one that's having the good attitude about this. But what she wants to do to the person that's committing the infractions brings her right back down to that low level because she wants this person dead, like over that. It's like you're being the good one, the patient one. So someone had to get some extra scans because that's the other thing. There's no rhyme or reason to sometimes you're good.
Yeah.
The AI thinks is it. Go ahead. You do the thumbs up. You're like, yeah, I won the lottery. You're like, okay, see you later.
That person's smiling a little too wide.
Right. And then some person has to get 17 things scanned in their cart and you don't know. And so someone was taking 45 seconds to have their stuff scanned. It's not the customer's fault. And then she says this woman that was acting like a biatch, right in front of her, was just saying loudly, oh, geez, could we get some backup up here to the front of the store? And Sarah just kind of looked at her and she kind of turned to Sarah thinking she would get some agreement. And she was kind of like, don't look at me. You're being...
you got my back here?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't.
I need another jerk over here. Can you help me out?
And then so it seemed like the other three people in the line then kind of rallied against this woman who was being very obnoxious. And then she just got a little unruly. And Sarah was like, I was ready to fight this bee.
Wow.
So I'm like, good.
I think we could.
You did seem calm and patient, but then the things you want to do to this woman just bring you right back down to where we all are, which is we're all just
we were so close
trying to get through
a rumble in the Sam's Club. That would have been incredible content.
That'd be a good place to do it, right?
I mean, a lot of ammunition in there, a lot of weapons.
I mean, when you're done with the body, you can just throw it in one of those giant crates. Right.
What do we do with
back
this?
To the freezer section.
Yeah, just go throw it back there with the milk.
A lot of chest freezers. Maybe we could do some samples.
Well, while you're back there,
Common Man always wanted to try human flesh.
I think I'd pick up the taquito on the way out.
What do you think is in those taquitos, Austin?
Wow.
Have you tasted one?
Not in a while, but I also just don't have a Sam's Club membership. So,
well, I'm sure things will pick up for you.
Must be nice.
Remember that video of the college football game where there was a kid that he's no older than 19 and he's showing a girl his Costco Gold Star membership card. And she actually looks at it and has impressed eyes.
Ooh.
You never saw that?
I never saw that.
It was they got a zoom in camera. I don't think it was AI. It looked like too great. If it was very well done AI, but she was impressed by the Costco.
I think my algorithm knows this guy doesn't have a Sam's membership. He's never been to Costco. He wouldn't be interested in this.
All right, back to this Buckeye football questionnaire here. Austin Ward is with us.
Okay.
All right, we had what is your deal with Jeremiah Smith? You settled that. And second best receiver at Ohio State this year, you're going Brandon Innistown right there. Who is a player no one's been talking about enough this offseason?
That's a great question.
Number 3.
I'm glad that you cooked that one up. I think
you're welcome.
Right now, there is not enough conversation about Edric Houston.
Okay.
And you'd think,
I like to hear that.
You think maybe there is enough because I talk about him a lot. But a player with his size, with his athleticism, with his strength, and now with getting close to 2 years of being able to learn and play that 3 technique spot, he really wasn't doing that in year 1 as a true freshman. By the time you got to October, started moving him in there, but he was really a defensive end playing 3 technique. He was getting some reps on the edge, some moving inside. And then year 2, we had such high expectations, or I did, for what he was going to do. And it was, here's the combination at defensive tackle. You've got Caden McDonald and you've got Edric Houston. Those are going to be the game wreckers. And Edric got hurt on the first day of training camp last year. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I don't think he ever really got past that. And he picked up some other injuries as the year went along. But even still, like, if my expectations were too high for him, I know that's the way he views himself as a player. That's how much Larry Johnson believes in him. And that's what Matt Patricia sees as his ceiling as well, is to actually be a dominant force in there. I think knock on wood for him, a full offseason of health, a chance to really acclimate to that position for 2. And then number 3, having to put on 50 to 60 pounds over 2 years to become a 3 technique, to play defensive tackle.
It's a big move from being like an edge rusher to go inside.
And I think maybe we just, took it for granted that, that's going to be easy because he is such a freak athlete. But, everything seems to be trending in the right direction for him. And again, I think I talk about him more than the average person does. But when you're looking at this defense and you see the captains come out, it's like, all right, you got Kenyatta Jackson up front. You got Peyton Pierce anchoring the linebackers. You got Jalen McClain in the back. Kenyatta can't do it by himself up front. And this team against Indiana and against Miami at the end of the year, they did not control the line of scrimmage to the level that they needed to. And K-Mac did get worn down a little bit at the end of the year. Edric is critical. It's not him alone. James Smith, John Walker, Will Smith Jr., they're all key components to that. But the one with the highest ceiling is Edric Houston. And I think if he taps into that, we're going to be raving about him by September 12th.
Okay, maybe this is the same answer. We'll see, because the next one was going to be who's going to be the most important player on the defense.
Well, I think it actually will be Kenyatta Jackson, because
big year for him too. We talk about like stepping up and
money year leadership.
I've talked about that with Bo Atkinson, who transferred in from North Carolina, but didn't have a lot of time to catch up. But Kenyatta Jackson has been one of these dudes we've raved about. And then you look like what he's done with his career stats, and you see he's at about 10 sacks, and now he's going into his 5th year. I know he hasn't played for all 4 of them.
Yeah.
But you're saying do a little bit like what JT Tuimoloau did last year, where the stats exploded, and he kind of hit that full potential right there.
And Caden Curry a year ago, he was the one that got the lion's share of that statistical production for Ohio State. He played with just great effort on every single snap. That never stopped. And I think that's the part where Ohio State is looking for Kenyatta Jackson to take that next step forward. There have been plays, there have been games, there have been drives, whatever, where you don't see him playing with that same level of intensity. Bennett Christian actually last week during his interview session, he was like, well, who's somebody who's flashed for you on defense? And he said it's Kenyatta. He's playing with more consistent intensity than he ever has at any point in the program. Bennett Christian's been around for all of that. And I think it means more, when a player and a teammate is saying that, and it also shines a light on, well, why hasn't he, fully lived up to that potential that you mentioned, Timmy? We knew from the second he arrived, it looks like he was, created in a lab to rush the passer. That's the next step. And if he does that and then becomes a JT or a Jack Sawyer or a Chase Young, then you're talking about one of the best defenses that you're ever going to see.
And that's why I like where you went that way, because you mentioned the Indiana game and then the Miami game, the only 2 games that the Buckeyes lost. Where were the issues? It's usually always the same. Like, we're still going to talk and highlight all of the great players all over the football field. How could we have not when we had guys like Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles, and guys doing what they did at the 2nd and 3rd level?
Yeah.
But if you are dominant up front on both sides, if you have the best O-line and the best D-line, you're probably going to win the national championship.
Yep.
That's probably the way it's going to be. And the rest of your team will kind of funnel through that. It's not like Ohio State's got inferior talent in those other spots to where if you do dominate those lines. And so if you pick a couple guys like Edric and Kenyatta Jackson, and then if Will Smith Jr. steps up to the party, and then you got the depth, the second rotational guys that you keep that level up to snuff.
Yeah.
That's when Matt Patricia's really going to be cooking again in the second year.
It changes everything. You dominate the line of scrimmage. That frees up the linebackers to be playmakers.
It's all easier.
It speeds up the quarterback, and then your secondary starts flying around and making plays. Like that's where it has to start. That's why I think, we could talk about Peyton Pierce as the communicator for the linebacker, Jalen McClain coming back, with the level of experience that he has at safety. But if you don't pressure the quarterback, the rest of that's probably not going to matter that much.
All right, good job on the questionnaire. That was good. Good
Thank
stuff.
you for the questions.
That was nothing but Buckeye football for the last half hour. A little bit of Sam's Club.
And Sam's Club.
A little bit of Sam's Club. I'm playing their golf ball.
Are we?
Yeah. You know how Kirkland's signature became a thing?
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Okay.
Titleist would be suing Kirkland on a yearly basis. It's the same. I know.
Isn't it the same?
I sound really old, but you can get 2 dozen for $30.
It's the same ball, right?
Dozen Titleist is $60.
Isn't that what they say?
It's the same ball.
Yeah.
I shot 75 with it yesterday.
Oh, listen to this humble brag over here. Just really sneaking that in there. He didn't say that in the first hour of the show.
From the senior tees.
I learned how to score. I'm done with the senior tees now. I took Bryson's advice.
From the senior tees. I'm going to make you really sad, though, coming up in 2 minutes, because yesterday could have been the end of an era. That's coming up. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident at the intersection of Morse Road and Cherry Bottom Road. And we've got another crash causing some holdup on Brown Road near Hopkins Avenue. This report is sponsored by Coda. Beat the heat this summer on Coda's cool, comfortable rides. Just tap your phone or card to hop on and show up refreshed while others sweat it out in traffic. Plan your ride at Coda.com. That's COTA.com. Beat the heat this summer on Coda's cool, comfortable rides. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Truck drivers, get more of what you're looking for from Schneider. Schneider delivers more for drivers with more new equipment, more driving options to choose from, and more support from our 24/7 maintenance team. Find a job that fits your lifestyle at Schneider. Choose from solo or team driving jobs with many home time choices, including local, regional, tanker, and dedicated options. Become a Schneider driver and get more from your career. Search driving jobs today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
These two morons keep the studio so cold that Timmy's nipples can cut glass. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
These guys are cool, but not that cool.
No Common Man today. Austin Ward is with us. Me and the C-Man will be together again on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to do another Timmy and Friends edition.
Ooh.
We'll have 10 TV's Nicole Sheeran in the 3 o'clock hour. And then she's got to leave and go do some stuff. And it's great that she's helping us out because she's working on an off day because Adam King has to run around Italy.
Selfish.
12 days before the Ohio State football season. Let's do like a 10-day European vacation. When are we going to do it? The busiest time on the work calendar. That's when we're going to do it. That makes perfect sense. Then in the 4 o'clock hour, see, we're going to get a little bit. I guess we're kind of going all over the map here. Jen's going to be our 4 o'clock host, okay. Jen Winters. And then good, clean boy Tyler Danberg.
Oh, my.
Our play-by-play extraordinaire. He'll be with us in the 5
lineup.
o'clock hour. So I was going to say, like, we're starting dirty and filthy, and we're just sort of getting cleaner as the show goes on. But Jen's not, cleaner than Nicole. They're both kind of dirty and filthy and nasty. But Tyler's good and clean, so he'll be the one at the end.
Started with that compliment for Nicole for working so hard while Adam was gone. And then
I couldn't hold on to it.
It's like you only had it for about 15 seconds.
No, I wasn't going to be able to hold on to it. So I saw the Live Golf. Austin, I know this is going to make you sad.
Heartbreaking.
Live Golf had its last party, had its last stage celebration. The events in Indianapolis yesterday. Were you paying attention?
No.
Did you see all that?
I mean,
good stuff.
I read a lot of the coverage. I would like to celebrate the end of Live Golf.
But they say it's going to be okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, they say it's going to be okay. I'm going to assume that that's the end of the era, that was the last golf swing in the history of Live, because if the Saudi fund is pulling its $6 billion
which it has
funding out of it because it sucks so much, the ratings are so bad, it's so dumb, it's so loud and lame. Like, even when they're showing clips of Bubba Watson having a problem, like with a fan, you can hear like music just bumping. Yeah. You just hear a bass line.
Yeah.
It's like the guys on the golf course you don't want to be playing with.
Jack, why aren't we just blaring more music at the memorial? Like, it's clearly what people need. Golf.
More DJs.
But louder.
More DJs is what we need.
Part, it never resonated with me. Now, people went, and when you had the tournaments in Australia and they went down to where'd they play? South Africa. They did their world tour. They've
done,
a lot of those drew like
some in England, right?
Huge crowds, and they brought out big musical acts. Now, that was also when they had $6 billion of oil money, fueling and funding it.
No, you're right. I mean, who's to say that they weren't paying customers to go out there?
Well, yeah,
to go out there and make it look like it was more popular than it really was.
We don't know the answer to that.
And then when the money dried, I mean, once they spent all that money, you're thinking, okay, now we got this thing off the ground. Now we pull back and see if the product is going to rise, and it didn't.
And it's not. And that was the part that Live really, as a product, it was the ancillary parties. It was the concerts that, we're trying to get casual golf fans out there, because diehard golf fans and people like you and me that watch every single week on the PGA Tour, we don't care about that. When I go out to the Memorial, when I go out to the Village, I don't want to hear DJ sets. And there is an opportunity for people that want to do that. You want to go to the Waste Management, they have those huge parties and concerts every night.
Or you go to the hopefully soon-to-be Bogey Inn again afterwards. That's where you go.
But you want to go see great high-level golf.
Sister Hazel will play, and Urban will be there, and things will be good.
Oh, the good old days, right?
Yeah, I know. We'll get some arrests, and everything will be fine and dandy.
But you separate, the concerts from the golf. That's the way that I like it. Now, putting it together, this is true. I knew, or I suspected, like you, Timmy, that last weekend was going to be the final one. I was like, it would be kind of cool to just pop over there. It's only 3 hours away. Get a ticket, just experience it, so we can say
I could have never done it. I'm like Rory.
Well, I didn't pull the trigger.
I've been so staunchly against it. There's not even a kind word that I can say. And every time that Rory has spoken about it, it moves down there.
That's my guy.
Every time he says
he loves the tour.
I would argue, have they even brought value to their own events?
That was a pretty savage cut down right there.
Oh my God. That one did some things for me.
But so instead, we went to Cincinnati and watched preseason football, which is more significant to me than Live Golf.
You did.
Yeah, Saturday night went down.
You went to the Bengals?
Bengals Bears. Yeah,
you did a little Bengals Bears. Look at you son of a gun.
So that's like one of the last opportunities that we can get out of town. Here are the options. But when Live Golf is also,
you made the right choice.
I think without question that.
And it was a nice empty stadium down there too. The shots that I saw down in Cincy, you could spread out, and
we did.
Yeah, you should.
We were living the life of luxury.
Just go down there to the 10th row or whatever.
Well, there were an abundance of free club seats available, so we were living that classy life.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
because you want to get ideal. We talk about this all the time. Like, what's the best seat out there? the last time that we went down to Paycor, whatever the hell they're calling it now, we had first row seats in the extreme corner. I don't remember what section we were in. I think we were on the south end of the stadium because we had like the good like panoramic view looking out there at the river. And I love that angle, like corner angle, first row with sort of that kind of concrete block right in front of us too, to like you could honestly put your feet up on it.
Well,
it's great.
You don't want to do that.
Oh, I did it all game.
That's a little bit too comfortable, Timmy. That's too.
It's just living the dream, man.
I guess if you got those seats, you just do whatever you want.
That was a CJ Stroud game.
Ooh.
That was a Texans Bengals. CJ actually handed them a nice L that day.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that you didn't see Joe Burrow play in that game then?
Joe was in there.
Oh,
Joe was in there.
You just never know when you're going to see him play.
Tyler Boyd dropped the touchdown that would have brought them all the way back. People left the stadium, and then Joey B and Jamar Chase and company, they led a massive comeback. And then Boyd dropped one that was right in his hands, and that was like what he never did. But
yeah, so I looked at it, and it was like, because Live Golf was also canceling all the other things that made it originally stand out. Now, I don't know. I guess Thomas Rhett is maybe C-list at best for country music.
I don't know who that is.
Somebody else called DJ Disco Lines, Thomas Rhett. Colin's got him on his phone. I think, for sure.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
But they canceled all the concerts. So I was looking at it.
But there's no money to pay them.
I know
they're not going to do it for free.
In terms of the money, there is no money.
There's like a small business that this is like Scott McNeil gets up there and says that everything's going to be fine, and then you have like some small media company suing him for like a low million.
But
that's
sir.
a lot of money for their company. But this is a company that had $6 billion of funding, and they can't pay $1 million check from someone that actually did all of the work for them. That's the bigger problem.
Did it not make sense to pay John Rahm $250 million?
Oh my God.
Was that not the best business model?
And then I heard Scott McNeil was asked about that company, and he just like sat up there at a press conference and gave such a line of gobbledygook. He's like, I've been a small business owner too before, and sometimes things could be trying, things can be tough. Like, what are you talking about? You're the one you owe them money and you're not paying them
because he refuses to say the word bankruptcy in public.
Exactly,
and
because he is wired to not let the bit die.
Yeah, and
a lot of times dead. like we do, but he won't let the bit die.
There's different levels of success,
right? Hey, they had what they do? 3 years? Has it been 3 years doing 4?
Yeah,
I'm amazed that it's even gone on for that long, and I'm amazed that I haven't watched one swing in any of their events in all of those years. Maybe like at the very first event.
Well, it's pretty.
I chimed in to like see what it was and all that, and then I just swore it off.
Pretty hard to find unless you're regularly watching the CW.
All right, Austin, you were telling me about the spot where you and the fam typically go out on a normal pizza night on a Friday or a Saturday, and how everybody's on the same page right now. And I've got some burger updates for you guys as well. That's all coming up. We're going to hit the foodgasm. Austin Ward is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got some holdup due to a disabled semi that's blocking the center lane on eastbound 70 on the west side after Hilliard Rome Road, and expect some backup due to a crash on Hague Avenue at Ridge Avenue. This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Make your summer extra refreshing with huge savings at Fresh Time Market. Right now, get 20% off all varieties of antibiotic-free Miller Organic Chicken. Plus, enjoy 20% off all organic fruit and veggies. Find these deals and more at Fresh Time today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Whether it's water heater trouble, clogged or leaky pipes, or sub pump worries, Logan Services has you covered. With service calls for just $79. We're fast, friendly, and here to help you with your plumbing projects. Logan Services.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HinderMotorCompany.com.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
$5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Steve here with USA Insulation. Let's do some quick math together. Your energy bill this summer, probably one of the highest you've ever paid. Now imagine that same bill all winter long. That's what you're going to be looking at if you don't fix your insulation. You can still get the best deal of the year. We foam your walls, we insulate your attic for free. That ends August 31st. You don't want to miss it. The insulation pays for itself in energy savings. Call before August 31st for your free attic insulation. 529-2440 or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC, allow 8 weeks.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
This is 100% employee-owned now. It gives them a sense of pride.
It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
Bishop and Friends. He's 100% right. He knows if I go wake him up tomorrow and they're up before her, then it's going to come on me.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
No common man today. Austin Ward, who is part of our incredible team covering Buckeye football. You know him from Austin and Berm and the Buckeye Show. It's been my first time in a long time co-hosting a show with him. It's been good, buddy.
It's been great to catch up.
So
one thing that we haven't got to do very much recently is just compare meals.
And talk about food, which is what we're going to do. But if you ever miss anything on Common Man and Timmy, do not worry, because you can listen to the podcast. All you got to do is go wherever you get your audio, search Common Man and Timmy, click subscribe, download that bad boy. It will come right to your device, and it's completely free of charge. You can listen anytime you want, and that's all courtesy of our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. Let's talk some food.
Man and Timmy present
Oh, yeah.
Foodgasm.
Sponsored by GoGermain.com. Shop 30 brands and over 4,000 vehicles only at GoGermain.com.
All right. My family has fallen in love with, it's not a new pizza spot, but it's newer for us because of when we found it. I'll tell you about that, but I want to hear about your family's experience because I'm always curious to know, depending on what, part of town you live in, that plays a role in it. Where are your, 2 or 3 go-to spots for pizza? What are you guys into right now, Austin?
Right now, we're locked in to Getaway Brewing.
Getaway Brewing.
Downtown.
And that's the, what's the name of the spot in there?
They've got the pizza box.
The pizza box in there.
They're set
you
up,
vouch for it, huh?
100%. It's, if you could ask me where I want to go, and then for several months in a row, it's like weekend time, it's Friday night, it's Saturday afternoon, it's Sunday afternoon. The girls got so tired of it. Allie and Liberty were like, you can't keep saying Getaway. And I was like, okay, fine. You tell me where else you want to go, because we get the pizza there. It's really good.
He's a man that knows what he wants. And once it's batting 1,000, he wants to keep going back.
I've got the 7 Sun beers, the Getaway on draft there. I'm good with that. Allie loves pizza. She likes their Detroit style. They've got both.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I respect the pizza places that have the 2 styles. Now they're thin style.
Good.
Looking at the photos, it seems to be it's cut. It's not.
It's got triangle slices.
The tiny square slices like we do with most Central Ohio tavern styles. Would you call this like a tavern style? It's just an original. Looks kind of like a New York style.
Yeah, it's more like New York.
Slice,
it's a little.
It's crispier.
It's a little. Getting in the middle where the ingredients can slide away from you a little bit. So you want to fill that up like a New York slice.
Cup and char pepperoni.
Ooh, yeah. Can't go wrong with that. I like the pepperoni, the bacon, and the banana peppers on there.
Really? You do a pep, bacon, banana pepper?
Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
It's been one of my takes for a long time as to why bacon was such a forgotten pizza topping. And you always had Canadian bacon. I was up there as one of the top 2 or 3 pizza meats.
But Big Canada, that was their propaganda. You can't trust them.
I love Canada, but I don't know about y'all. I think Canadian bacon just sucks. Yeah. Just plain sucks.
Give me American bacon.
An American bacon. It's not even... They're not even in the same league. Canadian bacon and a crisp... you put it in the oven and you bake that... American bacon wins. And when you crumble that up, you get a little fatty piece too, and put that on the pizza topping and get a little bake to it.
Yeah, it's like comparing
it's insanely good.
Comparing the NFL to the CFL. It's not the same.
It really isn't the same. You got to have a bigger field.
So the girls got tired of it because we were just going there frequently. And they're like, well, you're ignoring Gallows, which is, as anybody who's ever heard you and me talk about pizza before.
I do love Gallows.
I
like their New York style slices.
Huge Gallows proponent. We were going there when we first moved here in 2012. Never stopped loving it. But I felt like there had been a decline in some of the beverage options. And so I got a little bit, tired of going to Gallows. And so now the things have come around, and it's a calzone that they have that Allie fell in love
Calzone.
with. A little calzone.
Calzone.
And this thing, I guess it was a secret of the pizza box and Getaway workers. It wasn't on the menu initially, but they were making it for themselves. And they're like, well, this is pretty good.
Interesting.
They put a little of that garlic and butter on top of it. And they're like, maybe we should replace the sandwiches on the menu with the calzone.
Good idea. If they're not selling as much, maybe try something.
And Lib's going for the calzone. Allie's going for the calzone. Yesterday, I went calzone. Skipped the pizza and had the same toppings, but maybe with that crust folded over on top. A little marinara sauce.
It's like Costanza and Steinbrenner just chowing down on calzones.
Worked to perfection. So that was a Sunday afternoon treat. Also to cap off Allie's birthday weekend. So,
nice.
So that was her choice, not mine.
Happy birthday, Allie.
Yeah.
And Liberty's doing good. That's Austin's daughter.
Yep. 4th grade now. A couple days in. Day 3 was today.
Day 3 today. Yeah. School is back in full swing. We needed school back.
I think we all needed.
We were all ready. So the pizza spot that we've started to go to a little bit, we have to mix this in with Flyers now, because Flyers has been
number one.
I couldn't even tell you how much money we've spent with that Flyers on Roberts Road. I mean, it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Do
Like,
they have
that's
a
how
frequent
much-
flyers club then?
Yeah, we
Okay.
were in the clubs and all that stuff. But the one that sort of came up and got propped up for me through Pizza Madness, and location-wise too, because it's not that far of a drive for us to get down to Casino Town, just to hit out to 270 and wheel on down there. Emilio's, I highly recommend it. If you like, thinner, crispier, but just delicious, well-done pizza, straight up Central Ohio tavern style, cut into really small pieces. But the way that they get like that nice little blackened, crispy ring around the outer edge of the pie, still like plenty of sauce, cheese, and the cup and char pepperonis. The special salad they do, where they put the crispy pepperonis in it with their house-made dressing that's already like tossed in it, is all good. It is all good. The other little bit of restaurant news that I was seeing, I figured this does not surprise me at all, but KFC, they're struggling. They're struggling. Did you know that they've closed more than 300 restaurants basically in the last year? And I know the one on I'm pretty sure the one on Hilliard Rome Road is shuttered. I think that's done.
The one on Bethel that I drive by on the way home every day, I don't know if it's open or closed, but they haven't mowed the lawn in front of it in about 7 months. It looks like a jungle.
Well, maybe it's like maybe my wife is working with them and getting them to do like the wildflower garden test. What do we cut the grass for?
A little habitat?
Butterflies, or where are they going to live?
I don't know.
They can smell the chicken too.
I don't think that attracts the monarch butterflies to the way station at KFC, but maybe it does. I don't know. But I don't understand what's happening there, but apparently you've got to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think you look around, you see what Chick-fil-A does, Raising Cane's. I think Zaxby's is trying to give another go. Like people in the Southeast, they love those guys. Yeah, KFC just needs to. They're gonna try some things. I mean, who never loved like just a straight up family night, like bucket of chicken? Like that absolutely could hit. Like there was
when
never
was the last
anything
time
wrong.
you thought to do
Using a
that?
spork? Come on. Well, the last time I went there, the restaurant caught on fire. I've never made my way back. I feared for my life. We're like sitting there eating chicken and like, yeah, we got to leave.
Yeah,
like,
get out of here.
What's wrong? Like the building is on fire. So had to go. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we had to get out of there. All right. It is a Ryan Day Monday, the last one before real game week. We're going to hear what the coach had to say. That's next. Austin Ward is here. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a couple minutes slowdown on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue, and about a 5-minute holdup on eastbound 33 between 270 and Ebright Road. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pros, come see Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom and get up to 35% off trusted brands like Style Selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. Find more of what you need for the job and save at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Common Man here for my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. Summertime napping season is upon us. What's that mean? Well, that means for me, a little nap on the leather couch. I got the ceiling fan on, but if that AC's not working properly, that nap turns into crap. Am I right? You got to make sure that AC's in tip-top shape, and the only people to call are my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. The message on their homepage says, we care about your comfort, because they do. If you're not comfortable in your own home, they start to get itchy and scratchy. Here's what you need to know about my my friends at Care. They've won the Lennox Centurion Award for 17 years in a row. Now, if you're not in the biz, you don't know what that is, but I'm going to tell you, it's given to the top 5% of Lennox dealers in the country each year. Their service techs are the best in the business, and there's not a problem they can't solve, except maybe the meaning of life. They had no answer when I asked them. But think about living without central AC. Mess you up. My friends at Care also have easy online scheduling. CareHeatingandCooling.com. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
If you're being honest, you can feel it in the air, can't you? We're getting so close to that first fall Saturday where all the talking stops and you finally find out what you're about. It's Jeremy Birmingham here, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. And being around training camp lately has actually reminded me of something about myself. I spent a long time knowing what I needed to do, and somehow I confused that with actually doing it. I knew I was carrying too much weight. I knew it because my knees told me that, my ankles told me that. That's just the price you pay, especially when you have arthritis. I knew I didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel, but none of that information was new. What was new was that I had an opportunity to change it. And what changed was finally having somebody help me do something about it. I started Awaken 180. I followed the plan. I worked with my coach, and 7 weeks later, I was down 40 pounds without weight loss medication. The inflammation was gone, the grogginess is gone, and my happiness is way up. If you spent the summer thinking about doing something, maybe it's time to stop thinking and start doing. Make today your starting point. That's coming from somebody who knows what comes next. Awaken180weightloss.com.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. G-Lakes Hyundai of Dublin.com.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate, or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State football is just 12 days away from hosting Ball State at 12:30 on September 5th. Coming up at 6, Skip Mossick, Paul Keels, and Jim Lachey preview the season and more with the Buckeye football season kickoff show right here on The Fan. Per on 3, LSU has landed former Ole Miss defensive lineman Xavier Harris from the Saints just 2 days after former Rebel and Browns tight end Daquan Wright also transferred to the Tigers. NFL, Browns named Deshaun Watson their starting quarterback for the season opener at the Jaguars September 13th. Baseball tonight, Guardians look to win 5 straight when they visit the Angels at 9:38. Cleveland's tied for an AL wildcard spot. Reds travel to the Giants at 9:45. Cincinnati's 9 games back of an NL wildcard spot. This update sponsored by TurboTrack Realty. Done with that property? Call John Kozik at TurboTrack Realty for a cash offer today. Call 614-470-2000.
Remember that funny line from Christmas Vacation?
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Well, these morons keep jamming them down our throats so they're not funny anymore. Here's a man named Timmy.
No common man today. Austin Ward is hanging out with us. We've had some good Buckeye football conversation. We're going to have some more here because we're going to listen to some comments from Ryan Day's last off-season press conference.
Wow.
Because next Monday when we do this, it's going to be game week. I mean, it's a monster game, too. It's the Fighting David Lettermans.
Well, it's
the Fighting Jason Whitlocks of
Senior
Ball
Day.
State. It's Senior Day.
You're not fired up?
What was your thought on that?
I wasn't really.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't that worked up about it. Now, I was surprised.
Yeah. I would have thought, like, okay, I understand the point about Michigan. Can we do Senior Day second to last home game then?
I kind of thought.
First game seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's all.
My idea, which, I'm not involved in any of this, obviously. I was like, well, homecoming kind of makes sense. It's right there in the middle of the year. You might have had enough time. Because what do you do with guys like, Earl Little, Terry Moore, who've never played? Like, the only time they've ever been in the Horseshoe is for the spring game and a couple practices.
That's a great point.
And so
you can't.
You're not really going to honor them.
Honor somebody that's never even.
They've never
laced them up in the shoe before. It's ridiculous.
They've never done anything. And then by the middle of the year, like, if things go the way it seems like they will, like, people are going to love Earl Little. And then he would have that opportunity. So, I thought from that perspective, maybe there was another day that you could do, especially because week one is going to be, it has its own ceremony already planned. Jim Tressel, going in the Ring of Honor.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you would almost want that to be a standalone. That's all that we're going to do for that day.
You want to pay tribute to Jim Tressel and not take the spotlight off him. So that was the only part where I was like, because I think logistically and in terms of emotional resonance and not, the 2 years ago it was pointed out, and I certainly thought about this for the Senior Day after they lose the game. Well, they turn around in the expanded college ball playoff. That wasn't actually their last time in the Horseshoe. They had to go back out there and they beat the brakes off of Tennessee, and that was the last time they were in Ohio Stadium. So, I think normalizing the game and taking that emotional component out of it, I bought all of that. I'm fully on board, but I just think week one is a little bit strange. I probably would have picked a different week for me personally, but not having it for Michigan at the end of the year, I'm okay with it.
You want your ceremony to be standalone, right there, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
That's what I thought. All right, so Ryan Day with comments today at his press conference. Let's start with hearing about Brandon Innes, because the Block O is a cool tradition they have, and that's a great honor for Brandon. He had to earn that.
The players vote for the captain for Block O. It's Mick and his staff and myself, and it was a pretty strong vote for Brandon Innes. Just what he's done on a daily basis, the way he shows up, his work ethic, his leadership, certainly in line with the leadership award, and what he's brought to the table off the field. And certainly, he's made clutch plays for us as well on the field, which we're going to need him to do this season as well.
Now, there was another thing about the voting. Like, you heard about Brandon Innes there for the Block O. Peyton Pierce, one of James Laurinaitis' guys. We know how much James loves Peyton Pierce, has loved him even as a recruit.
Yep.
And we're all waiting to see what Pierce does in a more highlighted role. And we're going to see that this year. This was on him being named captain, and maybe a little question about James Laurinaitis and some intel that got out.
Ballot counting?
Ballot counting? Yeah, the hanging chads. Let's see.
Yeah, he's somebody that he leads from the front, which is important in today's day and age when a lot of guys want to lead by example. He's got a voice. And in that position, as we know, it's really important that everybody's on the same page at the front, knows exactly what's going on, ties it into the back end. That's probably, again, one of the things that probably is underrated. I know we've talked about it a little bit in here, but when you think about losing guys like Sonny and Caleb, it was the communication, getting everybody together. Payne does that. Because of that, he just is a natural leader.
All right, I missed the clip here. That was about Peyton Pierce, but this was the part about receiving the most captain votes of all of the guys there.
The voting numbers are confidential, so it's not public information. So I don't know what happened there, but he's in trouble. So I won't get into how we voted, but I just think he's somebody that just has natural leadership skills and feels comfortable being in front of a group of men and leading and letting his voice heard. And today, that's a big part of it. And these guys nowadays are on their phones, and Mick does a better job, as good a job as anybody in the country at putting, our guys up in front of the group, and actually they have to get up there and speak and talk. And the first few times for a lot of these guys, it's hard, but you watch our guys now. I mean, they feel comfortable doing it. With Peyton, it was like day one. It's just he's a natural that way.
That's what you love to hear. I'm excited to see Peyton Pierce and a guy like Christian Allegro, who we've heard a lot about. I'll let you pick between this trio, Austin. I've got depth at defensive tackle. Mm-hmm. I've got what he likes about Ian Moore, who is a nifty offensive lineman.
It's pretty significant because it does feel like Ohio State now has nailed that down, that Austin Cervell, who's been working at right guard since he got back from the injury, that's where he'll start the year.
So you want the Ian Moore one?
I think that's pretty important for Ohio State now.
Let's do this. Let's talk O-line.
He's always been athletic, strong in the weight room, great mentality, intelligent. For offensive linemen, a lot of it is just experience. And he, as you've seen here, usually in that third year, you start to grow into your own, and that's what he's doing right now, playing with a lot of confidence. But he has, the size, certainly the athleticism, and now he's getting more experience. So good to see him go against our guys every day in practice to give us an idea of what it's going to look like. But everything was trending coming into the summer, and we think he's continued to get better.
All right, Austin, now I want to ask you, are you happy with anything right now?
Am I happy?
Yeah, you happy?
I mean,
we're
12 days away from the start of the football season. What's not to be happy about, Timmy?
Well, I don't know. Let's ask the coach that. Do you think he's happy about anything at this point in time?
I will say this. People have been covering college football and this particular coach for a long time. They already know the answer to this question. Mm-hmm. Do not ever ask Ryan Day if he's happy.
We're gonna ask it anyway. I believe Bill Rabinowitz was the man that asked this question today.
I'm not happy with it. Don't you put those words in my mouth. Happy.
Well, you haven't complained about this position group or that position group.
There's no blaming, complaining, or defending in this program, so I'm not going to do that.
How happy are you with the progress, and what are your concerns?
I'm not happy with it at all. Let me change my total tune if that's what you got out of this. I'm pissed off about everybody. I think we're working. I think we have a monster schedule, and I think that we have 51 new guys, so there's a lot of unknown. We know what's coming here. There's going to be storms along the way, but I think our guys have the right attitude. I think we have a chance to be a smart team, but we're going to have to be a disciplined team. And the first step to being a championship team is to not beat yourself. We've talked about this before, and so we have to make sure we're doing that. I will say this: in the scrimmage, there were too many penalties. That's discipline. We cannot beat ourselves early in the season. We are going to be, all over that part of it. There's a lot of areas that we got to improve in fast, but there's also a lot of things that I've seen that are encouraging. So that's been good, but we're nowhere near where we need to be.
Here's the cheat code, Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you and I have both been in Columbus now for 15 years, and we've been here for the duration of Ryan Day's tenure leading Ohio State. He's into year 8.
Yeah.
Here are two things.
It's hard to believe, really.
If you ask Ryan Day, that we already know what the answer is. Are you happy? No, I'm not happy. Okay. Are you concerned? And he'll say, yes, I'm concerned about everything. No, I'm not happy. Yes, I'm concerned. That is how a head coach at Ohio State is going to respond.
Those are two facts, and they're not really ever going to change.
So,
except for if you're in that first press conference after the national championship victory, maybe.
And then
maybe
then he'll say, well,
we got some recruiting to get done.
The portal's open. We're behind.
This hasn't really been good for us. Yeah. All this success is kind of a detriment.
That's one of the craziest things about college football now. Like thinking about that press conference in Atlanta 2 years ago, it's like, well, we're so far behind right now for 2025.
Did you say craziest thing about college football right now? What you said?
I just made a mistake. That's on me.
Is that what you said?
Hand up. Yeah.
Because college football just took another step towards crazy. Today, actually. And we're going to give that to you next. Austin Ward is here. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident on westbound 70 on the west side after West Broad Street. It's going to be stop and go from Mount Street. And watch out for an accident that's causing some delay if you're on Morse Road at Cherry Bottom Road. This report is sponsored by Mesilla Valley Transportation. Looking for a driving opportunity that keeps you moving and gets you home? Mesilla Valley Transportation is hiring CDLA drivers in Groveport. Start your application today at driveformvt.com. That's driveformvt.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of these rain chances going up. We're already tracking a few severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have team coverage for you this morning, tracking outages and flooding.
Difficult for people to get out of their homes right now. Flood waters up to their knees.
Did you see that car?
Yes.
The wind flipped it over.
This is huge. The wind must have been so strong to rip this up out of the ground and take some of the sidewalk with it.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on the 10 TV app.
Common Man here for Germain Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona, a brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Germain, get free gas for 3 months. And with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at GermainHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
As summer starts winding down, it always seems to happen the same way. The backpacks are packed, the school forms are signed, and suddenly the calendar fills up faster than you ever expected. Between the last-minute appointments, school shopping, and getting everyone back into a routine, it's easy for those projects around the house to keep getting pushed to next weekend. Here's the good news. Your roof doesn't have to be one of them. At Newman Roofing, our team of value-driven professionals makes the process simple. You'll get honest answers, clear communication, and recommendations built around your home's needs. No sales pitches. Whether it's a new roof, siding, or gutters, we'll help you check it off your to-do list with the kind of white glove service that's earned the trust of families across Central Ohio for more than 30 years. So instead of worrying about your home, you can spend what's left of this summer making memories with the people who matter most. Newman Roofing, built around family. Ours protecting yours. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Ohio's public school educators are excited to welcome students back this school year to inspire their creativity, spark their curiosity, and help every child reach their full potential in school and beyond. That's why Ohio Education Association members are standing together to advocate for the support and resources our students need to succeed. Please stand with us so every child gets the great public education they deserve. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept! And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Byrne. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Well, our next chance of rain doesn't come in until Thursday. Overnight tonight, mainly clear skies across central Ohio, lows in the middle 50s. On Tuesday, dry, sunny, upper 70s. On Wednesday, dry, sunny, low 80s. And then on Thursday, dry, sunny in the morning, 30% chance of a shower or storm in the afternoon, and low 80s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Toma.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
No Common Man today. Austin Ward is in. Evil Bald Colin is back there for Panama Ted.
Destroying the studio, it looks like.
What do you first of all, you just yelled something at me in talkback, which I couldn't understand. It was just...
Then he ripped the talkback audible.
The talkback button fell out of the board, so...
You pulled the button?
Ticket.
You pulled the button right out?
Sure did.
What are you yelling at? What do you need?
We need to tell the listeners who is our podcast sponsor.
No, we don't. I just did that. Austin, you heard it.
I believe that was done in the 446 segment.
Yeah, 446, right before the foodgasm.
Oh, I got that mixed up with the show sponsor.
There it is.
That came at like 4 o'clock or so. Look at us. We're just doing all the housekeeping for Colin because he's a fish out of water. This is what happens. You forget the weight of a loaded gun. You don't know what's going on.
We said what segment it was at the same time, so you know it's true. 446.
You sit behind a desk for so long.
I think it's great to hang out with him.
Yeah,
I hardly recognize him when he's not wearing the Ohio State gear head to toe, though. There's so many times that...
That's really only game days.
I know, but
must be nice to get all that free stuff from
That's
Learfield,
when I
right?
primarily see you. You know, our schedules in this building don't often align. So I see you on Saturdays in the press box, and he's decked out, and I'm like, which position coach is that? I don't recognize him. He's like, oh, he's not wearing cleats. It's Colin. Oh, good. It's Colin.
Colin.
Because he looks exactly like he should be on the sideline, like calling the defense.
He does look like a coach, doesn't he?
On game days, he does.
He has a coach look to him most days, though, because he wears the lanyard. That's sort of a coach thing.
Well, it's
usually like the
if there was a whistle. If there was a whistle on there, maybe.
I don't know. Like the shorts with the long sleeve jacket is kind of like the old school coach thing, because all of like the new age coaches, like the Matt Guerreris and even like the James Laurinaitis, they got to wear like the tapered leg joggers. The joggers have just like Brian Hartline was in on those.
He was all in on the joggers.
All these hip new coaches, they're in on the joggers right now. But Colin's got like, I could see him wearing, what was the brand? Bike? You remember the bike shorts? Like he could wear those with the belt and then have the jacket with the whistle and the lanyard around his neck.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bicycle shorts.
No. I think the brand, BIKE, just bike.
I'm with you.
They were like the softball shorts, but coaches would just rock those.
Yeah.
You'd have, it didn't matter what colors your team were. The coach had like the royal blue.
Yeah, they
bike
ordered them
shorts.
straight out of East Bay.
Oh, man.
Looked him
Don't make me get nostalgic. You talk about a magazine that was flipped through more than the Victoria's Secret catalog, and nothing was ever purchased from it. Not once.
Look at these new
just looking at it.
Nike shooting shirts they have for college basketball season. Got to get one of those.
Did you ever order anything from that?
Oh,
was I the only one? I looked at it like all day, every day, and never bought one thing from it.
I think I would look at East Bay and then go shop at Champs.
Exactly. Yeah. Champs that had like the 2 for $10 t-shirt deals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
The wall of shoes. Do you think there's a Champs that's operating in Tuttle right now?
There has to be, right?
You think the Champs is one of like the 8 stores that's still open? Because Mike said he went there with his daughter a couple of weeks ago. They took a walk in there, and I asked him, like, because I haven't been in there in probably 3 years. And when I was in there 3 years ago, I thought it was maybe at like 20% capacity. He said it was like 10 at the most.
But I think if I had to bet, I would say that there is at least one, maybe more than one Champs operating in Columbus, because if of all the things that you want to buy, and especially if you're taking Jack to get new tennis shoes, new basketball shoes, new cleats, you want to try them on. Like, I don't think that's something that you really want to order online.
I'm with you. Unless you know the brand,
so
and you know what your size is. Like if you're getting a shoe that you've already owned.
Like for me, my feet aren't changing size, and I'm wearing these On Clouds. I'm going to get a new pair every 3 months. I can order those online. I know what size I need.
You're doing the On Clouds as well.
But
man,
but Liberty, she's wearing a different size shoe every 3 weeks. I got to go. We got to try those on. So I'm feeling like Champs is in business.
do you also do you guys try to watch how much brand name stuff you get your daughter? Because again, for that same thing, it's not about
I don't think she's into it yet.
It's not about you're not okay splurging on a cool item here, and we don't want to get our kids stuff that they want. But it's when they're growing so rapidly, and it's not even going to fit for so long. And then also it's you are still a kid. You're not going to just get equipped with Air Jordan anytime you want. There has to be some kind of balance to it. You have to suffer a little bit, like how we suffered when we were kids.
I think for our household, Liberty doesn't have any social media. She doesn't have a phone. She's 9. I don't know that the brand names resonate with her. She's not asking for it. She'll get some Abercrombie, but I think it's Allie living vicariously through her daughter. I remember when she was a baby, she's like, well, this is the hot brand for babies. I'm going to buy
the hot brand for babies?
Whatever it was. This is the cool thing. And then you can you can resell it on Facebook and they're worth more money. And I'm like you just spent $400 on 5 things of baby clothes. She'll wear it for 2 months and then be done. No, don't worry. People will still want it. It has resale value.
What would you have, Gucci baby?
I don't know what it was.
Onesies?
I forgot what it was.
It's just going to be vomited and crapped on.
I think, there was some freshly picked, I want to say, was this booty brand. Shoes, not butts, booty brand. And
I knew which booties.
I want to be clear,
about.
Because
butts are great too, but
this show's different than the Buckeye show. I want to make sure that I'm on the same page with you. I'm like, what do we? She can't even walk, and you've got $50 booties on her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So Allie's the problem with that.
There's Jordans for babies too.
Well,
it's there if you want it.
Her uncle Patty, he bought the Jordans for her, or maybe they were LeBrons.
What was Skylar's sister stealing from the jewelry shop? Wasn't it the diamond tiara?
Yeah,
for the baby, the unborn baby,
the baby gift.
Yeah. Right.
We didn't have any of those.
She had problems.
I think so. That was proven.
She had issues. All right, so this is the thing that we're hitting on here for why today's example. This is
craziness.
Evidence number 119 for why college football. I was telling you this too before the segment started. You could just AI can't do everything that we can do. I'm convinced of that.
I sure hope that's the
case.
case.
I think it could capture a general sports talk segment about college sports. It is just, man, it is the wild, wild west. I swear to God, Jen Winters even used that phrase last week when we were talking about this. They're just, there's no safeguards right now.
Where are the guardrails?
We need some guardrails.
Congress needs to step in and stop this.
Right. It is just out of control. It's total chaos out there is what it is.
Are there no rules?
It's a shame. It's just a shame. So what we have here now is a player, and we knew that this was coming because there are just dozens and dozens and dozens of players that have signed professional contracts. Our former kicker is one of them. I don't know what the status is right now of Jaden Fielding, but he was on a CFL team, and he is also trying to work his way back. All the 2022 players that kind of got frozen out of the 5-for-5, which is, NCAA wanted to move this to, which I agree with. You just get 5 years instead of the red shirt crap and all that.
Easy peasy.
You just get a 5-year window. So if you want to play 5 years, even if you're on both ends of the spectrum, maybe you're a big money guy that wants to cash in for another year, or you're just a guy that doesn't really have professional aspirations, but you're a savvy, gritty veteran, and your team's got a use for you because you just know what you're doing, and you're like a coach on the court or on the field. You would want a 5th year too, start a master's degree, something like that, take advantage of it.
Stay on scholarship.
Well, all these guys that didn't know what was happening here, they went and played pro. Now they're finding out that maybe they should have been allowed this opportunity. Now, Daquan Wright, who was just waived by the Cleveland Browns, is set to join, Lane Kiffin and LSU, because you know that he'll have it. Take a listen to a little bit of Todd Monken from the Browns on what was going on here with Daquan Wright, his vantage point on it.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say. As far as I know, he's had a medical issue that wasn't allowing him to practice. That's a medical, issue. It's nothing to do with me, and then he was cleared, so we dressed him just in case we had to have him. But when you don't rep, it's hard to put him on the field. JT was out there, so we didn't want to get Blake hurt, and he's only been with us a week, and we had a number of things where Browns hurt Browns, and which to the naked eye you won't see, but we had a number of things that way when you're putting in guys that haven't really been there, and some of that's true, and some of it, isn't good enough from us as coaches once they go out there. But, I don't know what to say. I wondered why Lane Kiffin reached out a week ago. Now I know. I didn't know. Now I know. I didn't call him back. Now I guess I should have.
See, that's funny. That Lane called him. And even Ryan Day, you asked him this today, Austin, about players coming back because of this rule, and he wouldn't rule it out.
If there are teams that have some players out there who are cut from NFL rosters that are going to be on other teams, we have to at least consider it and look at it. Do I like anything about it? Absolutely not. But we got to do what's right for Ohio State.
And
people are going to have thoughts on that. But they just will.
But he also said, he had been in conversation with Tony Petitti in the Big Ten about you can't be allowing this to happen in unbalancing the competitive landscape in the Big Ten. And I'm looking at this, and he didn't really weigh in on the right situation in Lane Kiffin and LSU, but the SEC has rules about players not being able to transfer a second time within the SEC. And as far as I am understanding, going from Ole Miss to LSU would be within the SEC.
Don't try to understand
All right,
it.
I won't.
Okay? Instead, we're going to talk about another sport that's just in tip-top condition. They're not going for a labor dispute at all. That's Major League Baseball. We're going to talk to Jayson Stark live from vacation, but he can never get away from the game. Even out there in the land of Breaking Bad in New Mexico, Jayson Stark, Jason's Beef in 2 minutes. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 15-minute slowdown due to a crash blocking 2 lanes on southbound 270 between US 33 and Alum Creek Drive on the East Outer Belt. And there's a couple-minute holdup on westbound 670 from 71 to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. Yeah, that's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in one day. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros. No subcontractors at Comer & Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer & Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
He's a man who's in every Hall of Fame in the known universe. He's a man who travels thousands of miles to see celestial bodies. He's a man who enjoys a good tomato pie. And he's a man who regrets a few life choices every Monday at 5:30. It's Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train air conditioners.
And we go to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And no common man today. Austin Ward is hanging out with us. Jason, good to talk to you. What took the fam out to Santa Fe, New Mexico? Has this always been a vacation spot or just trying something new?
Well, it is a cool spot, Timmy. But we had a big family gathering here. We try to do one every year someplace. And Santa Fe, my nephew moved here and opened an amazing restaurant, pizza spot at the talk of the town. And so it was a good excuse to all come, eat pizza, eat enchiladas, and love life.
Jason, is it tough to get that vacation time carved out when pennant races are starting to heat up? You get into August, or is that just standard protocol?
You know what, Austin? There's never a good time if you cover baseball. So just make time. August is really the best time. It really is. Trade deadline's over. In September, madness hasn't really begun. So it seems like a nice, calm time. But if you had seen my phone buzzing all week since I got on the plane, you'd know. I can't take a vacation. The world won't let me. The baseball gods will not let me.
I was wondering, too, because it seems like of all the places you can go, New Mexico might have the least to do with baseball. I mean, I can think of the Albuquerque Isotopes. I think in Santa Fe, you just have an independent league team. I don't even think you have anything affiliated, but it's still going to follow you, right? Everywhere you go.
That's exactly right. You start thinking about the stuff that's going on just in the last week or so. That the 22-0 game, the Mariners lost. That Pete Crow Armstrong game, home run on the first pitch of the game and the last pitch of the game, and then Randy Arozarena does the same thing. That Reds Cardinals game the other day, same ninth inning. That Phillies come back yesterday, down 4 with 2 outs and 2 strikes the ninth, and score 6 and win. And here's what it's like to be me on vacation. I'm just trying to enjoy life, enjoy my family, enjoy this beautiful place I'm hanging out at. And the baseball guys just keep tapping me on the shoulder. It happens every year, no matter where I go. This was the craziest one, I think. I was in Italy a couple of years ago. We had a wedding, destination wedding in Italy. So I'm in Florence. We had an Airbnb, and my phone starts shaking in the middle of the night. And my wife goes, "You better go see what's up." So I grabbed the phone, and I said, "Go back to sleep. You won't believe this." You know what happened? A pitcher named Ranger, meaning Ranger Suarez, beat the Rangers. And the world needs to know the last time something like that happened. And naturally, I'm just the guy for that job. So the one thing is I didn't look that up while I was in Italy. The first thing I did when I got home was look up how many times guys named Red beat the Reds.
My God.
He never beat the Red Sox or the White Sox. This is my life.
It wasn't for, Shohei Ohtani moving. It was for someone named Ranger beating the Rangers. Like, that's how you know you are in love with the sport of baseball, that people will turn. And it's like you just mentioned the one, like the 22-0 game. You saw the stat about, was it Bryce Miller for the M's? How it was like
Bryce Miller.
Bryce, right? Like 2 straight 17-0 starts, like it never happened before. Come on.
Well, it was 19-2 yesterday. But can you imagine losing a game 19-2, and it wasn't even your worst loss of the week? The other one was 22-0, and the good news for Bryce is it's not like that's never been done. It did happen as recently as 1890.
Oh,
some guy for the
modern era
Wonders, your favorite team, Timmy. But this is what baseball does, man. Bryce Miller had had one of the best ERAs in the league until a week ago. And now he's lost 2 games by a combined 39 runs. In his defense, position players gave up, I want to say 17 of them.
Yeah.
So that happens too.
But it is, also the mark, Jayson, of the, legacy that you have in the game and are still doing as you cover it, that people are looking for you for all of those random bits of statistical anomalies. And you wrote about it, I think, a couple days ago. It's August History Watch. What do you have that is front of mind for you once you get back from New Mexico and the storylines that you're going to be tracking down the stretch?
Yeah, I went through some of these things in that column, but it's just a reminder, how long is a baseball season? These teams have all played 130 games. That is so many games. And we still have a month to go. And so you think about these teams that looked like their seasons were going to be disasters. Remember the Phillies were 9-19. They fired their manager, and now they can't lose. Remember when the Red Sox fired Alex Cora? And 2 months ago, June 24th, they were 14 under, and they're 39-13 since. The Blue Jays were just 10 under. Like 5 minutes ago, at the trading deadline, they were so far out. They sold off Kevin Gausman. They sold off Dalton Varsho. I looked up yesterday. They were a half game out of the wild card with a great schedule remaining. We could honestly have 3, even 4 teams that were once 10 games under or worse make the playoffs. We've never had more than 2 in any season, and that only happened once. But this is just one of those years.
Jayson Stark is with us. Now, I could have asked you about the labor talks, but Rob Manfred says we're planning on playing baseball next year, so that's all said and done. I will then turn it to, it's Cal Ripken Jr.'s birthday today, my all-time favorite ball player. You were there, my friend, when he was breaking Lou Gehrig's record. I always loved it. My uncle had season tickets. He was in the stadium that day. We watched a game that was right before he got to that number at my uncle's house in Baltimore. So I was at least like in the city near the stadium. We didn't go to the game, but I was in the town and I felt like the chills of that as a kid. One of my all-time favorite moments in sports, by the way.
Yeah, that's one of the goosebumpiest nights I've ever spent at a ballpark. And to me, here's the thing. Most records, you don't see them coming. Like something wild happens in front of your eyes and it's magic. I walked into the park that night thinking, look, this is really cool. Cal's amazing. I don't know how he's done this. But you knew exactly what was going to happen. And you knew exactly when it was going to happen as soon as the game was official in the 5th inning. And here's the amazing part about that night to me is you knew it was coming. And the Orioles, all they did was they unfurled a number on the wall of the warehouse, right? That number 2631, I think it was. Maybe it was 2136.
2131, I believe.
2131 gets unfurled on the wall of the warehouse, and people cried for 20 minutes. And I've written about this several different times. It's in my Wild Pitches book, but this to me is what separates baseball from every other sport. Is that wasn't just a number on a wall, because that number connected the dots between Cal Ripken and Lou Gehrig and all the generations in between. And there's no other sport where a number, just a random number, makes people cry for 20 minutes. But that is a baseball thing. And football doesn't have that. Basketball doesn't have that. Hockey doesn't have that. It's only our sport. And that was an amazing night on every level. But that is the part that sticks with me. That could only happen in the sport I cover.
Baseball, where we can make counting magical.
That's right.
Timmy's crying right now.
And it was.
Yeah,
It was. I can't top any of that. It was just perfectly well said. Jayson, enjoy the rest of the New Mexico vacation. I can't wait to visit the land of enchantment myself. Austin's covered some games there from his Wyoming days. I can't wait to get out there. Enjoy the rest of your time, all right? We'll talk to you next week.
We appreciate it, man. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Yep, no doubt. Always a pleasure to talk to the Hall of Famer, legend Jayson Stark, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Back Page is coming up next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 45-minute holdup due to a crash blocking 2 lanes on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt from 33 to Alum Creek Drive. And watch for a disabled vehicle if you're on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after US 23. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Experience Taco Bell's new $3 Melty Pepper Jack Steak Burrito. Now 1 of 10 items for $3 or less on the new Lux Value menu. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special both for you and your partner. At Tri-State Men's Health, we are the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no 2 cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Hate the taste of your water? You aren't alone. Thousands of Columbus homeowners have turned to Culligan Water of Columbus for better drinking water. Culligan's reverse osmosis drinking water systems are certified to reduce 18 times more contaminants than the leading standard pitcher filter. Get the peace of mind that comes with knowing your family's drinking water is protected. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. Start with a free water test at CulliganWaterColumbus.com. Culligan, water you love. Contaminants may not be in your water.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
Peach season is here at UDF, but it won't last long. Right now, buy 2 large cartons of UDF peach ice cream for just $10. You're gonna want to stock up. Peach ice cream is back at United Dairy Farmers for a limited time.
At iBank Distillery Co., you'll find incredible food, handcrafted cocktails, and now expanded gluten-free menu options across all 3 Central Ohio locations. Happy hour with friends, brunch with family, dinner that never misses. Make your reservation at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at Highbank.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Usually, we would be saying the Buckeye Show is coming up next, and someone like Austin Ward might be on it with the Beamer, and you guys will be chatting about Buckeye football and a little bit of Buckeye hoops if Reimer is back there. But tonight,
Ooh, they got the A-team in tonight.
Coming up here at 6 o'clock, it's Skip Mossick. It's Big Daddy Paul Keels. Oh, yes. And it's Jim Lachey. There's nothing that I love more than when I get to saunter out there and Big Jim Lachey is getting ready to do a Buckeye roundtable.
Holding court.
Tonight's version is the season kickoff. So it's basically Buckeye Roundtable. It's back, baby. I mean, we just keep hitting all these milestones, mile markers, right? That signal Buckeye football is here, and you had better prepare yourselves. So they're hoping to have the live interview with Coach Day. So you want to keep it locked right here.
Not a strategy.
Till the middle of the 6 o'clock hour, at least, for where Coach Day will get in there. They've got an interview with Brett Bielema, Illinois' head coach. Paul Keels caught up with Brett Bielema. So you get to hear that. And Don Fisher. He's going to chime in as well. Indiana's play-by-play voice, right?
That's a powerful show.
Isn't that right, CB? Indiana's play-by-play voice? No, I don't know what the hell he's
that's
doing.
right. Man's got 100 things going on back there. He's still trying to fix the talkback button that he broke. He's going to turn that into a necklace.
Colin broke off treating the console back there like an oyster shell. So we're doing what we can do. That also means that there's the hard out at the end of the show, which is something I can absolutely screw up if we get to talking too much.
I've never seen you miss the clock.
You watch that clock too, because it's on you as well.
You'll just look at me, you'll point at me, and you'll say, "That's enough. Thanks for filling in. Bye."
Usually have to whenever I would do stuff with Adam King, I would usually have to like look at him and say, "The show's over. That's it. It's done. We have to stop talking now."
This won't work as well on the radio, but I want to show you this. I was thinking about at the end of Foodgasm, and it is television's Adam King, who would barrel through any hard out. This is how he eats pizza. I want you to take a look at this.
All right, I have to do play-by-play now.
Because you can't see it, America. Timmy's going to describe it.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now we know a lot of food things about Adam King, and he's been jailed many, many times here for his office food etiquette, because he's one of the biggest,
strangest eaters.
He's not just strange. He just, whether it's a cookie, whether it's a donut, he almost seems to enjoy doing it too, like taking like a quarter piece or an eighth of a piece of a donut. He's trying to like needle us, but it's still gross. Like it's funny, but you're still doing the thing that we hate you doing. So Austin showed me a picture of like an original hand toss pizza
in Italy,
where he's in Italy. And he has eaten the entire interior of the pizza and left all of the crust intact. That is a sin. That isn't just jailable. That's death sentence type of stuff.
And I wish that wasn't the first time I had seen him do that to a pizza. But I have photographic evidence. We went out with him. We invited him out. I believe it was before maybe the Oregon game. No, it was the Washington game last year.
My God.
Out to a pizza and brewery spot. And he starts attacking the pizza with the knife and fork. Not only does he leave the crust, that's fine. I know a lot of people who don't like the crust, but then he puts the crust together back like it's a puzzle. So it wasn't like he just, attacked this and then left the, remnants. He would take it apart, eat with knife and fork the pizza, and then put it back together like it was a toy.
Like it's like it's some kind of jigsaw.
And I just have never seen...
Like he's trying to put together the shredded papers again.
Another human
so
do
can read the
this.
files.
Like I think that there might be something broken in his brain.
We definitely know that the answer to that is yes. All right, time for the back page.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
All right, Austin, so we're getting ready for the season kickoff show. We hit a lot of Buckeye football today. There was how was the discussion about Brock Boyd today? Because I saw that he's getting asked about more and more. And Ryan Day said there's upwards of, 6 receivers that are going to play this year?
Yeah.
So when you said it earlier, because I've been wondering, has a lot of this been the hype machine? Not so much. He's that talented. He's going to get into the mix.
He's the real deal. And you're looking at Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, Devin McEwen, and then, Kyle Parker's been banged up a little bit. That's also opened up opportunities for Chris Henry Jr. and Brock Boyd, and neither one of those have wasted those chances to get snaps, get footballs thrown their way. They're making huge plays. Brock Boyd made what I was told before Ryan Day was even at the podium today, 2 really nice, kind of splash plays in the scrimmage on Saturday. So that momentum is still very much real.
Got a nice little post from Ohio State Athletics this past weekend, too, of one of their teammates going around and asking all the guys, if you were athletic, what sport would you play? Brock Boyd's part in that video, pretty funny. I would recommend. He did not want to play the game. Just put it that way. He didn't want to do your little rage bait social media game. And so that was pretty funny. But Austin, thanks so much for doing it today. Let's check each other out again soon, shall we?
That'd be awesome.
All right, season kickoff show coming up next on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay. A crash on westbound 70 on the west side after West Broad Street. It's going to be a little stop and go from Central Avenue. And there's a slowdown on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Vision Zero Columbus. Serious crashes on Columbus streets cause permanent physical, financial, emotional, and property damage. Vision Zero is changing that through roadway redesign and a commitment to zero traffic deaths. Find out how at columbus.gov/Vision Zero. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.